Hello Capricorn, I'm Ulrich, I'm a Lenormand card reader, and today we will do the Lenormand card reading for the sign of Capricorn for the month of December. But before we start, I want to wish you all happy holidays. I hope you all stay in very good health for the coming year, and of course, also financially, I wish you a very prosperous year. Now, coming back to the card reading, as always, we will do 4 card readings for the sign of Capricorn for the month of December. And these are based on the natural elements in your astrological chart, or for some of you, on your time of birth. These basic elements are air, earth, water, and fire. Now, the 4 objects that you always see on my table are directly connected to those elements. So you choose or you pick one that you think relates most to your personality, or you choose one you feel most comfortable with. This object of your choice, it should or it will relate the best to your current situation. However, if the object and the related video does not match your first choice, please check the other videos that are directly connected in the same session. I'm sure one of the 4 will fit you. Anyway, the matches represent the fire element, the stone represents the earth element, the aerosol represents the air element, and the shell represents the water element. Also, I want to add, if you have questions, you can always post them below in the comments, and if I have time, of course, I will answer them. Anyway, Capricorn, here we go for your card reading, Lenormand card reading for December 2021. Hello Capricorn, and welcome for your Lenormand card reading for the shell or the water group for your card reading for December 2021. As the first card here, we see the person card. This could be you as a woman or a man. We do a general card reading, so we interpreted this as a neutral card. Anyway, coming back to this card, we are gonna connect this card here to the middle card, which is important also. This means that this person, woman or man, is very close to the work or to the home. Here, the home, the house represents the home, the workplace, the place where we are grown up, the place where we come from, our roots, our connection, our family, but also, as I said, our work. So it means that this person is very close connected to the work, to the family home. Also, there is a love here for the work, for the home. Possibly also this person takes care of their body, because we have sometimes the house represents the body also. And here we see the snake. The snake likes to be good looking. She likes to be in good shape. She likes to be not too overweight, so she keeps herself in shape so she can maneuver around here. This is what we see here related to the body. Then we're going to mirror the corners. We're going to mirror the woman or the person card and the mice here. We see here that there could be some issues, maybe some stress. The person might have experiencing some stress. I'm assuming here this person likes to be where she works or where she lives, but I'm assuming here there's a second person here that makes life a little bit difficult. Maybe this person is a little bit two-faced. Maybe this person is not to be trusted. There's somebody there who has other intention and not so good intention, but the other person here, our personality, we as a person here, man or woman, we like to be there, but this other woman, she has other plans. She's like making plans for herself. She do this, or he or she do this in all quietness, but here this points to a person who has his or her agenda. So there's something going on here, and that's why the main character, the main character here could have some stress, some nerves. With the mice also, we need to solve or attend the problem. If we know that there is a problem, we cannot ignore the elephant in the room. We need to talk about this problem if we actually know what the problem is. First, we need to check out what is the problem with this person, what it's all about. And then, of course, we need to communicate about it so we can actually move ahead here. The mice can also point that there are some delays. These are two cards. The snake is slow and the mice is delays. So here we see that everything goes a little bit slow, but the situation, it's like the situation is becoming unhealthy there. This is what we are seeing there. It's like something there regarding to the house is broken, need to be repaired, some dishonesty there in the home. This is what we are seeing. This person liked to be in that home, the place where she come from, but I think there's another individual there that makes life difficult. It's possible also that this is not exactly in the home, but in the workplace. This is possible also. The snake always points, I'm going to say it immediately so it's clear for the whole reading, points to people who work behind our back. They have a hidden agenda, they have their own target, their own purposes, and there is something going on here. Sometimes also this points to literally an enemy. If we are, for instance, striving for progress in our work, we want to make a promotion, we can be sure with this card we are not alone, because this person wants this promotion also. So she will also go for it, but it's like we cannot see it. It's behind the back. This person works everything out in calmness, in quietness, and there is certainly going on here. She has her own agenda. The snake can be very focused, but also the main character in itself, since the card is next to you, you can do the same. But here I want you to make yourself aware. It has a nefast influence on your health here. This could be disease. So you need to take care of this problem if you can. You need to sort it literally out. This is what we are seeing here with this combination. You need to be also careful on the workplace or in the house, things that are close to you, that are really up your heart. It doesn't mean they have financial value, but things that are close to you, that are personal, that they don't disappear. We need to be careful if we have files on our work, for instance, or we are building up a project in our work. We need to be careful that parts of this project are not disappearing. So see that you are your passwords on your computer are safe. See that your files are locked, that you are the only one who has the password. If you are not sure that you are the only one who knows your password or has the keys, change the keys, change the passwords. This is what we see here with this combination. It's possible, if this is on the workplace or in the home, that this person really sometimes she keeps quiet and then suddenly she attacks you, because the snake can also mean jealousy. So it comes from nowhere and suddenly this person attacks you in a bad mouth way like that. This is what we are seeing. It's possible that if this happens on the work floor, that you are not the only one she does that to. Maybe it's her general attitude and she do that also to other colleagues. This is possible what we see here. And I think here, this if this is in your house or in your work, it really takes energy out of you. This is what we are seeing here. I think also this woman, she's not shy for if the one in charge for approaching, for instance, the person in charge, approaching him in a sexual way. This is what we are seeing here, because this person really knows what she wants. Then we have the bottom corner cards here. We have the garden and the child. The garden and the child here, we see that probably in the future, even though we like the place, because here we see that we like the place, we have the heart and the stars here. We see that the place where we work and where we are, or where we stay, or our home, we really like that place. It's really something that we really are very close connected to. We feel very good there. But this card here, these two cards, tells us maybe we don't have enough freedom. Maybe we want more freedom. We want to start something new. This is what we are seeing here. It's possible we have the sit here that suddenly a new situation will come up in your life. So, but we will go later into more details. It's possible also that that you connect internet-wise or socially-wise. You connect with new people around you. if you would be a woman or a person who has responsibility for a child, this could also point that you change the daycare for your child. This is what we are seeing here. Or you change the school for your children. This is what we are seeing here. Or if you go to a certain playground, maybe you skip to go to a certain playground and you choose to go to another one. This points to mother and father groups who come together here. With this combination, it's possible that you are confronted here with new media groups, new mommy and daddy groups. You interconnect with these people, you make new connections here. These people know that you are new in there, and here probably they help you because they see you have your heart here on the right place, and these people are willing to assist you. It's possible that you have some new experience here that we are seeing here. Then we have, then we're going to go in the horizontal lines. We have the woman and the snake here. Here we see that you as a person, you have a lot of abilities. You are very ambitious. You're very focused on your work. This is what we are seeing here. If you have a lover or a man or a woman that is close to you, a partner, with the snake, we need to be very careful. Mostly the snake points to triangle affairs. That one of the both partners is intertwined in something else. If this is not on the love front, it's, as we said, on the work front. Something is going on behind our back on the work here. It's possible that with one of both you end. So you move to another place and something new is coming up. Maybe because of the work situation there. It's not because you don't like it. It's not because you don't like to be there, but something is going on. Some colleague there maybe might be working on your system, on your nerves. This is what we are seeing here. This person could bring problems in your life. As I said, this points to a temptress, somebody who seduces. Maybe she seduces higher placed people for achieving her goal. This is what we are seeing here with this combination. She's eager to move on here for getting her promotion. If this is you yourself, just be sure you have a lot of abilities here to move on, but maybe you don't want in the way that this person is interacting and you want to move away and you are already thinking to end this. If you end this, probably it will go quite sudden and suddenly you are in something new. And it don't necessarily have to be negative because we have the stars here, and the stars is an all over positive cards. It's mostly yes to answer to a prayer. It's a very positive card. It puts us in the right direction here. This is what we are seeing here with this combination. This points also, if you really focus on your target, you can get there, you can do what you want. Then we have the snake and the mice here. Here we see that there is envy on probably related to the work floor. A person here is envying you. Probably you are avoiding this person, or this person is avoiding you, or you are avoiding each other. It's possible that several people are avoiding this person. It's like a very unpleasant personality here that we are seeing here that creates problems. This is like a person who destroys things that actually don't need to be destroyed. This is what we are seeing here. We need to be careful also with our work. For instance, that some things of, as I said earlier, that sometimes things of our work don't disappear here. This is what we are seeing here with this combination. This could really point to a backstabber, a person who wants to stab you in the back here, backbiting. This is what we are seeing here. It's probably going from bad to worse in a short time, because if we, as I said, if we don't attend the mice, the problems get worse. If we have one mice in our house and we don't take care of it, we know if this is a female mouse, soon you have 5 and then you have 20. So this is what we see here. It's like the problems are getting more here. This is, and it's like it toxicates the environment here. And also you will see, or you will feel that your motivation is getting less here. you could have the feeling that you're no longer in the right direction, even though you like the work, you like the place. It's like the people around you, there's something off there, what we are seeing. If this person would be in charge, this points also, or she would have some authority, this could point also to a very corrupt figure. Here, this is what we are seeing with this combination. We cannot, at a certain point, we cannot ignore the problem anymore. This is what we are seeing. Another point of view is that for some reason, this woman would herself would go away. This would be possible also because we have the mice next to her, and it's like she's suddenly disappearing for some reason. If this is not the case, and you see she's very determined to stay, you need to sort out your situation here. Then we have the heart and the house. Here we see that we have a lot of love for our home, for our work, for the place where we work. Also, we in the workplace, we like to be there. We like to be around there. If we are living in a certain house, we really like to live where we are. We feel that we are in the right house, the right apartment. This could sometimes also point to a person who longs to work in our own home. This could be an independent business, but now a lot of people these days work in the home, but it can also point that this is a person who works at home online. This is what we are seeing here with this combination. Also, it points to a person who loves their family. They are compassionate towards their family. They take quality time with the family. This is what we are seeing here. And this could also point that your lover comes to you, to your home. And the love is very intimate. It's very, very good here. The love is very good. You literally sometimes both see the stars. There's a very good love affair. But as I said, you need to be careful with the snake there. Maybe something is going on. You need to make sure that your partner or your lover is not involved in somebody else or with somebody else. This is what we see here with this combination. Anyway, also the place where we live, we see we are taken care of. The family takes care of us. We take care of the family. There is some reciprocity here with this combination. Then we have the house and the stars on itself. Here we see that if we decide to move out of the work or on the family home, we want to become independent here, this is a very positive thing to do. So if you feel that you are ready, but it's best with the snake to do this in quietness. You need to prepare. The snake is always prepared. She sees what she's doing. She watches around us. She's calm. She's diplomatic. So if there is an issue with your parents because of a third party, do this in calmness. Here, this is what we see. We need to be calm. We need to be calm here. And if we are calm and we go at the right time, in the right way, there is no problem here. But we need to prepare ourselves here. This is what we are seeing here. This points also if we have, for instance, if we work at home, that we are happy with our work at home, probably more work is coming to us. This is what we are seeing. It's possible here that, for instance, that you live in a high building because the stars are here. Maybe you live in the upper floor. This is possible. If not so, maybe the house is a little bit more alone and you are in the upper floor here and you literally see the stars. This is what we are seeing here with this combination. Anyway, what is also possible is that the house where you come from, it's an old house and it's famous. It's a famous house. Maybe somebody lived there before who was famous. A star lived there, a local celebrity lived there. This is what we are seeing here also with this combination. Sometimes also it points to that we want to put our body and our soul in harmony. We see that we are healthy. We already saw that with the snake there before. Anyway, there's a lot of thinking about the family. We just need to see with this combination that we don't always wear the pink glasses and we don't see always the world through pink glasses are we at home. We need to also come sometimes with our feet off the ground because this is a very good combination for things we like, but sometimes this is that we are wearing rose colored glasses also, that we idealize the home where we are living. We see this as the ideal family, but maybe something is going on there. Then we have the garden and the sit. Here we see that we make certain, we probably functioning in certain groups. We have probably a very quite a busy social life, and here we see that we break up with certain social groups. We end this. Probably this has to do with something new, or if we have a child, with the child. It's like we relocate the child, and the groups where we were in before, we finish with these groups for certain reasons. Maybe these groups were connected somehow to the place where we come from, and we want to interrupt this connection because they might be somehow connected to our workplace or to the home where we come from, or the family home. Here we see we break up with that and we do something else here. We stop this combination, and it's like group approved that this is the best thing to do here. It's like a public decision. You will balance this out probably with other family members, and you will come to the conclusion that it's best to go in a new direction. This is what we are seeing here with this combination. Anyway, if you network a lot, network for finding new groups, you will see this is very efficient for you. You will find an efficient solution here. You will see unexpected publicity is popping up, and this is exactly the thing what you are looking for. This is what we are seeing here. Certain companies or certain groups that are connected to you on the internet, you will cut off and new groups will come in. This is what we are seeing. Probably for certain endings, you will experience this as quite painful. I don't mean physical pain, but I mean there's a sadness or a mental sudden stopping here that we are seeing here, and it could be quite painful. Then we have the woman, the heart, and the garden here. This points to a friend that is very close to us. He or she is very dear to us, very close. This could be an admirer of us. This is what we are seeing here. We are admiring this person and he is admiring us. So it's like both are admiring here each other. Probably this couple is very close, but I'm a little bit worried about the snake here. Things might not be as they seem, even if you think maybe that you go in the next stage of this relationship. Maybe you're thinking about engagement, or maybe you're already further and you're thinking about marriage or for connecting. But with the snake, I would be very careful to do so. Here we see that we are in love. It's possible that this is a new love, because we have the child here. This is possible also. And this is all going a little bit very fast here, and we are really infatuated, and we see the things here through red glasses. But there is something going on here with the woman. If we see here, we see that the heart here, there's something going on here with the heart. Probably we have no longer our feet on the ground, and we are a little bit, how do you say that, we are so infatuated that we cannot see clear anymore what is going on. Sometimes it happens if our heart is so infatuated that we cannot see what is going on really here. But all overall, if this is a difficult situation, you will be able to move on. I'm not saying it's gonna be easy. There will be heart pain, but if relationship is not yet too long, you will get over it. You will be here. The stars make us forgive. They let us move on. We forgive, we forget. We are able to move on. We don't carry anything bad with us. We just accept as it is, and we forgive all parties. This is what we are seeing here with the stars. Anyway, this points you yourself as a person, man or woman, that you are good at heart. This is what we are seeing here. But as I said, it points also to a deep love. Then we have the heart and the garden. Here we see we are dating this person. Here we see also it's possible that the first time that we meet this person, that this is in a certain group, and this meeting is quite sudden. That we are meeting, there's a lot of social networks here. It's possible that you meet at an engagement party or at a marriage of somebody. This is possible also with this combination. This is what we are all seeing here. Anyway, the groups or the groups that you are functioning in, you really like to function in these groups. Then we have the snake, the house, and the sit. The snake and the house, it points that, as I said, there is dishonesty on the work floor or something in the place where you live or where you come from. If you're no longer live in the family home, there's something going on in the family home that is not correct. Something is working here behind your back. This is what we are seeing here. If there is nothing wrong in the family home, the other thing that is possible, that there are problems with the plumbing. This is possible also, but this is then the physical aspect. It's possible that there are some electricity problems or that the plumbing is not okay, because the snake sometimes it points to wiring. So here we see here, and it's possible that some wirings are literally cut off here. We need to see here, and we literally see the stars in our house. We see the electricity fly around here. I'm assuming here, because it's the stars, it's electricity problems here that we could have here suddenly. This points also that probably coming back to this person in the home or the workplace, that we feel that our privacy is threatened. It's like this person is quite invasive here that we are seeing here. But the problem is, it's very difficult to see, because this points to a deceiving persona. The person don't show herself as she is, even though she's very harsh for talking. We didn't expect that to be like that. This is what we are seeing here. Anyway, we need to be careful here for falseness here with this combination. It's possible also that this person, if this is a person living in your home or at the work floor, that this person is very traditional, unchangeable. She has certain conservativity in the home or at the workplace. This is what we are seeing here. If you take certain steps, as I said, and you are planning to move out of the work, or you are planning to move out of the place where you come from, prepare yourself, don't rush, but see you are prepared, because it's possible, start preparing, that this goes quite suddenly. So see that you are preparing yourself for changes. This is what we see here. Anyway, here we see that there are difficulties in the home. If this is a lover, if this is about a lover, this person literally sneaks into your home, but I mean this, or sneaks into your heart. But I don't mean this in a positive way here. I don't mean there is theft or something like that, but this person sneaks into your heart, and we need to ask if the intentions are really what they seem to be, as I said earlier. Anyway, we see here also, we doubt, even though we are happy in the place where we are living and the place where we come from, here sometimes also we see that we are doubting to our own personal desires and the family values, how we are brought up. This is what we are seeing here. And one of both here will be cut back. So this is what we are seeing here. Then we have the house and the sit here. As I said here, suddenly an event takes place in the home where we are living, or in the place where we come from. It's also possible that suddenly you need to move because there's something wrong with the plumbing or the electricity. This is a totally different angle, but it's possible also you didn't expect this, but suddenly there's a problem with the building or the place where you live. This is what we are seeing here, and we are literally going away then from our family. Also, this points to that we have a temporary split of the family, but everything will work out. But you will approach the situation in a forgiving way if you move out, and you will let it go, but you will carry no bad things with you. You will forgive and forget here. If you suddenly move out there, this is possible also. It's possible that you don't feel very safe anymore there, but it could have a certain effect on your body. This is what we are seeing here if we have certain things here. You tied up there, but you need to see that you have an efficient plan here. This is what we are seeing here. This could point also to suddenly we really like the place where we are living, and suddenly are due to circumstances that nobody could preview. There's an end, a termination to the rent contract. This is what we see here also with this combination. Then we have the mice and the stars here. The mice and the stars here, as I said earlier, we need to be careful that we don't lose our personal things, or something on our work or in our house is not taken from us. It might not be having value, but maybe you put a lot of efforts in these things that belong to you, or the work here. And here we see that we have the possibility here for getting those things back, for restarting. But as I said, if you can prevent it, prevent it. If it's prevented, you don't need to get it back afterwards. Here, this is what we are seeing here. Anyway, we see here also that if we have endured stress and some unclean situation in the home or in the work, that we are recovering from it here. This is what we are seeing. It's like here we find our vital energy back here. This is what we are seeing here. We find our objectives back here. We come back in an optimistic mood here. Also, it points to inspiration. Maybe before we lost a little bit our inspiration, our focus. And here we see that this is all coming back to us here. This could also point that we have a renewal of our faith, or we start a certain discipline for religion or spirituality. This is possible also with this combination. Maybe you feel there's something lacking in your life on the spiritual or on the religious front, and we try to find something new in this way here. Then here with the stars and the child here, we see that certain wishes come true. This is the card of wish fulfillments, of yes, everything is forgiven, everything is forgotten, everything goes positive. This is a very positive card. You will see that you are more creative if these changes, these sudden changes that you have prepared before suddenly coming, because you will prepare yourself. If these sudden changes pop up, you will see here that this all goes very positive. There's a very successful new beginning. Here I want to add, normally we do the reading here for Capricorn. Capricorn is a sign that can very prepare himself. Mostly they are very structured. So normally for this preparation, it would not be too hard for a Capricorn, but this person here is a little bit dangerous. So you need to see that you keep to your structure and prepare yourself for what is coming here. Anyway, if you have a child, this could mean that you feel very happy with your child. You are very blessed to have this child. You feel blessed here. You also let this child manifesting in itself, its wishes. This is what we are seeing here with this combination. And as I said, there could be some new spirituality in your life coming here. This is what we are seeing here. Here we need to be careful also if we come in certain new situations that we are not too trustworthy. We need to stay we need to keep to our structure. This is what we are seeing here. Anyway, we come here in a first stage of faith. This is what we are seeing here. If we have certain wishes, it's like here we let our inner child out. This is what we are seeing here with this combination. It's like we want to find a deeper sense in the world. Then here we have the woman, the house, and the child. This points to probably a woman that is very close to our home and our child, because the child is here. Sometimes this can also point to a nanny or somebody who is close to our child and to us. This is possible also that somebody comes in your home for taking care of your child. This is possible also. I didn't see that angle before, but this is possible also. Maybe this is a colleague, somebody close to you. Anyway, you are close to this person, you let them in your home for taking care of your child. This is what we are seeing here. There's a very intimate relationship here with this person. In another way, this could point that you agree that somebody visits you and your child. It's possible that this is a lover, or there's a first meeting with your lover and the child. This is what we are seeing here. If you are planning to rent a house, but the house is too big for you, because sometimes this combination, it points to a very big house, a house that is too big for one person. This could be a very luxurious home. And maybe you decide to split the rent. So then, of course, we need to investigate with the snake. We need to check out what are the credentials of this person, because we have our child in the home. This is a different angle. So this is possible also. So if this person would not be our nanny and we have a big house, or we take a nanny in our house and this person works also, we have some kind of combination there. Here we see that, that it's possible that we rent a part of this house to another person. Maybe it's possible to split the house into parts, and this person can live there. And if you there are common rooms and then rooms where you are alone. There's a separation possible in the house because maybe the house is too big, but it's actually very nice, a nice environment there for your child. And you need to look for a co-renter because the expenses are too high. This is what we are seeing here. In another way, this points to a woman that is very stable. If this is you, a woman or a man who is very stable, this person is very solid. If this would be you, this points also sometimes if you go in a new job, let's assume you go out of the other job and you go in a new job, this sometimes points to somebody who is connected to house selling, real estate, renting, housing in general. This is what we see here also with this combination. Anyway, we see here that this is a very traditional person. Anyway, this points to a person who starts something new with their family. If they already have children here, also this person is very keen on their privacy. This is what we are seeing here with this combination. This person also, the house has rules and regulation. So it points that you as a person, you are very organized, structured. We know Capricorn in general is, this points to a person who has basic rules, regulations, who they don't deviate of. These rules were there for since you were a child. So this person keeps to a certain rule, regulations. They don't break certain rules. They keep order in the house. So if you probably rent another house, it's not so easy. This person need to fit you also in the orderly way, so your home don't turn into a chaotic thing here. This is what we are seeing. Also, be careful here. As I said, if this person is new to you, we never know we have in our home. Be careful with your private stuff. Just see that you investigate thorough. Then we have the house and the child here. This points that we have a beginner's home. If the house is not big and we don't want to share it and we decide for something else, this can point to a small, because the child is small, a small home. This is possible also because the child is young and small, but you will really like the house because we have the stars here. It might not be big, but everything is there. This is what we see here also with this combination. Anyway, you will grow into this new role, maybe as a single parent, maybe as together with your child. Anyway, something new is beginning here. We are losing certain traditions because we are alone. We are our own master here. And here we see how much freedom we allow ourselves. This is what we are seeing here. This points also that you towards your child, if you have a child, that you are quite conservative, quite strict toward your child. You don't bend the rules too much towards if you have children. Then we have the mice, the house, and the garden. Here we see, again, here we need to be careful that something in our home is not taken. So be careful if you take somebody or if you let somebody in your home with your personal stuff, so you can trust everybody you let in your home. In another way, this could mean if you move into a new place that you like the place where it is and it's really your dream home, but it requires a lot of repairs. So if you have the intention of buying something, be aware there will be repairs on this home. So don't wear the rose-colored glasses. Ask somebody to make a serious estimation. What are the expenses? Because sometimes with the mice, we cannot see the expenses. The expenses are hidden because the mice, they hide. So here we see that we have hidden expenses. I don't say that the expenses will be unovercomable, but they will be hidden. You will not expect them. That's why we need to, if we buy or rent, we need to see that everything is correct there. Just check it out thorough. This is what we see here. Anyway, we see again, we saw again here already on the work floor that this is draining, there is stress here. And literally also we need to see we don't have mice or pests. Literally, I didn't see that one yet, but now I'm thinking about that this is also included here. Anyway, you need to see that the home environment there is very good, because this is very important now that you have relaxation here. This is what we are seeing here, that you don't have bad influence from your environment. There is no noise. There is not too much noise of like playgrounds around or children. Just see you have quietness around you also. This is very important. It's very important that you take your time for looking before you make the decision. Don't rush. The snake is planned, prepared, and so is Capricorn. So you need to prepare everything. It's possible also, another way is that the house that you are about to rent, that the previous renter, they left everything as a disaster, and you need to clean up really the place. There is a lot of vermits there, but you really want it. But then you actually can see it, but it's not because it's clean that you see everything. So be careful there. Anyway, this is what we are seeing here with this combination. Then we have the house and the garden. Here we see that probably there's the reason why you like the place. It probably has a very nice garden. So this is what we are seeing here. Or there is a nice place, a nice garden very close by, maybe for the children. This could also affect your choice, but as I said, be careful here with this combination. Here we see also that it's very important for us that we set up certain borders if we choose to live together or in a certain community, or there are people close to us, that we need to be aware that we have certain rules that we are brought up and regulations that we like to have in our life. So think about the way you like to live before you make this decision. Don't rush. Don't rush. Set your priorities first here with this combination. If there are too many people, you know there's a lot going on here, and sometimes people around you can create noise, can create stress. So be sure if you take this step in a new house that you know what you are doing. This is what we are seeing here with this combination. So there are several possibilities here. Also, if you go or you choose to go in a collective home, or there are people living with you, investigate these people. Be sure that you know what you are doing here, that your privacy, because this is a person who requires privacy here, the main person. So we need to be aware of our own personality. Don't dream. Be realistic here with this combination. It's very important here that you can keep your private matters private. Anyway, Capricorn, for the water group, this is all for this month. I hope you get a little bit wiser out of this Lenormand card reading. If you did, please subscribe to my channel. If this card reading don't fit you at all, check out the other 3 card readings that are following here. I'm sure one of the 4 will fit you. Anyway, I want to thank you for your time, and you can check out also our financial card readings, philosophical card readings that we do each month for your sign. Anyway, I want to thank you for your time, and I'm sure we see each other in my other videos. Bye-bye for now, and thank you for watching. Hello, Capricorn, and welcome to the Aerosol or the Air group for your card reading, Lenormand card reading for December 2021. As the first card here, we see the crossroads. It probably means that we need to take some certain decisions in our life. Here we see most likely these decisions that we are about to take. Friends seem to be very important in this card reading. There is the central card. It could also mean brothers and sisters or colleagues. So here it is that we need to make certain important decisions about friends, colleagues, peers, people who are close to us. This is what we are seeing here. Here we see that probably certain friends or colleagues will disappear in our life and others will enter our lives. It's possible also that there is a temporary disruption with brothers and sisters. Maybe there's an argument, maybe everything is not as it should be, maybe the environment or something is wrong there with the brothers and sisters. Some things need to be worked out. It will take some time. There may be more time than we assume. But in the end, we are able to overcome these problems, but certain decisions in our life will need to be taken here. The dog here in the central card, it points probably that a certain groups of our friends or brothers or sisters are liking us very much, and then there's another group that causes problem. This is what we are seeing here. It points also, we know that Capricorn is a pet lover, is a secret pet lover. Mostly Capricorn don't reveal that always, but Capricorn is a secret pet lover here. We see there's a lot of also affection for the pets here. Or maybe you are about to change another pet, maybe a pet go out of your life and you choose to have another pet or an additional pet. This is what we are seeing here also with this combination. Anyway, here it points also that probably we have quite a helping attitude towards others, towards friends, colleagues, peers, brothers and sisters. Probably also it means this combination that we are behaving quite friendly. If not here, this reading tells us that we should act in a friendly way, but this is what the cards are telling us here with this combination. Anyway, friends are really, brothers and sisters are in a central position now in your life. This is what we are seeing with this combination. Then we're going to mirror the cards. We're going to mirror the crossroads and the mountain towards each other. Here we see that some obstacles in our life are coming. Some things need to be worked out. These are small speed bumps, and these are things are slowing down. So you have two cards here next to each other that slow down certain processes in your life. So it means that probably you have some issues in your life. There are some things that need to be worked out, and they probably will take more time than you anticipated. Sometimes the mice hide under things, so the time could be extended here because we cannot see really what the problem is. We cannot look over the mountain because the mountain is high and the mice hide, so we cannot see when the problem exactly would be solved. But here we see there's a lot of change of direction here. We are put in front of the crossroad. We need to make choices here. This is what we are seeing. We could literally, when we are on the road, literally come in front of a roadblock, that the road is blocked, or something in our life is blocking our way. It's possible that we need to separate from some things in our life that are not healthy. Maybe it's we need to take care of our health. We need to make some health decisions. This is possible also with this combination. Anyway, we will go in a certain direction. The direction that we are about to choose will not be an easy one. Maybe it's a personal choice and we want to go this direction. But if you take this direction, it will take more time, as I said, than you anticipated here. In another way, for some people, the mountain sometimes points because we have a lot of moving cards here. So here we see that this is a card that brings us literally on the road. The rider puts things on the move, and the birds are also moving. So here we have three moving cards here. So we see here it's possible if there are certain issues with colleagues, brothers or sisters or peers, that you decide to move away. But maybe it takes more time than you anticipated. This is what we are seeing here with this combination. In another way, but I don't have a lot of abroad cards here. This could mean that you move to another city. This is most likely because this points to another city. Maybe you see an ad on the internet, because the mountain is the internet also. You see an ad on the internet and you decide for relaxing the situation that you move to another city or for some to another country, but here I think it would be another city. Anyway, here we see that maybe we are deciding to move in a quiet area. The mountain is a quiet area, a mountain that is also an area that is also colder. We could be a little bit alone there. Maybe we choose this area for a certain reason. Maybe the road going there is not easy because we have the mice there. Maybe it takes time to come towards that house. Maybe it takes some time, but we maybe want to go specifically to that place. We choose that place. Maybe we need some time alone for going or moving there. This is what we are seeing here with this combination. Anyway, here we see also that because we have certain issues, certain problems, maybe we have certain losses, we take certain decisions. We feel that this need to be worked out. Maybe it's possible also that we want to be, or we want to have more freedom. This is what we are seeing with this combination. And we consciously choose for the difficulties. So we know that difficulties will be coming, but we choose for them. We choose to have them. We want to overcome this problem, but this is a temporary problem. The mice are small, they are a temporary problem. But here, we could move to really a quiet area here with the mountain, maybe high up, maybe cool, maybe quiet. The road going there could be a little bit difficult. This is what we see here. Anyway, but these roadblocks, for instance, if the move is there in a quiet area, it could be that the road for going there is under repair. This is what the mice is also. Maybe the road is under repair, under construction, or under repair. This is what we see here. This is temporary. Then we have here in the bottom line, we have the birds and the sit. The birds and the sit here, it's possibly that suddenly we get a wake-up call, or there's something happening in our life related to our public life. This is what we are seeing here. It's possible also in a group of friends, because this is our friends. And these are two cards that are ruled by Uranus, and Uranus is suddenly, and the sit is suddenly also. So it's possible here that you trust a certain friend and they backstab you and you didn't see it coming. This is what we see here with this combination. The birds are noise, and here we see sudden, and these two cards are all sudden. These cards are ruled by Uranus, and Uranus is sudden changes. We didn't see it coming. So if you see this card reading, you know that something is coming here. You need to be alert here for sudden changes. It's possible that you cut off also certain communication with friends. You split up with certain friends. You're tired here of discussions. There's a final communication here with certain people, and new people will come into your life, but you need to be aware of the warning signs. Sometimes if we look around us, we literally see the warning signs. So we need to look around us here. We need to be aware of certain dangers, certain changes, certain backstabbing here that we are aware of now. So if you see this coming, you need to act. You cannot wait. If you act quickly, you will be okay. But if you feel it coming, you need to act. This is what we are seeing. If you, for instance, notice that people are gossiping, this gossiping could lead to a conflict. So if you see it coming, it's better that you put things in order. Capricorn can put things very well in order because it's the sign of order and structure and regulation. So here, if you see it coming, you can put order before it begins. So if you see the chaos coming, you can work in advance for the situation, for preventing this situation. That's why we do this card reading. Then we have, we're going to do the horizontals here. We have the birds are proactive. So we need to work proactive here. This is what we are seeing. If we assume there is a problem, there is one. wherever the saying says, wherever there is doubt, there is no doubt. Here we see then in the horizontal line, we have the crossroads and the mice. Here we see that we need to be careful here for not taking wrong decisions. So if we take certain decisions, we need to be careful that they don't lead to more problems. This is what we see here. It's possible also that in some areas of our life, we feel restricted. We want more freedom here. This is what we are seeing here. It's possible that we feel that we are literally closed in, spaced in, and we want to get out here. It's like we cannot breathe. We cannot breathe. And maybe that's why we have the mountain here. We literally want to be alone. This is what we are seeing here. But as I said, it will go a little bit difficult. Some people will try, or some things will try to distract you here. Also, we need to be careful here with the mice that if we do a move, or we move certain things, that some things are not taken from us. Sometimes this points that things are taken from us while we are on the road. So be careful also here for pickpockets. It will not apply on everybody, but sometimes we need to be careful here with this combination. Anyway, this is also points to stressing choices, difficult choices, important choices, because the mountain is big. Actually, this points to a big decision and a heavy decision. The mountain is heavy. So this is what we are seeing here. And the problem is we cannot move the mountain. The mountain is a cart that don't move. We can slowly go up the mountain, but it takes time. This is what we are seeing here with this combination. Anyway, we need to see here that we keep structure. It's very important here that you really apply the things of your sign here. You need to keep structure so things don't go wrong. This is very important here. You could have nagging feelings because you cannot take certain decisions. This is what we are doing. It's possible also that you make a choice and you think, do I really need to make choice? And you cannot find peace with this decision that you have to take. But it's like you have no choice. It's like you're maneuvered, manipulated, maybe by somebody else in this decision. This is what we are seeing here with this combination. So be careful, try to prepare yourself here with this combination. It's possible that you don't want to decide, but you have to decide. This is what we are seeing here also with this combination. And we have the mice and the mountain on itself. As I said here, this points to delays. We need to commit to certain difficulties. We have no choice here. We could have the feeling that we are never going to reach the top. We are never going to come over this problem. But the mountain tells us we need to be persistent. We need to continue here. Here we see it's possible also that we feel that we lose energy because the mice can sometimes nibble on our energy. So this is possible also. If you move to another place, it will take probably some energy of you. This is possible also what we are seeing here. Mostly it takes efforts to move, and it's not actually something that we like to do, moving, because we know it comes with challenges. This is what we are seeing here. It's possible also that we feel a little bit under the weather because of this difficult situation. So you need to see here that you eat healthy, that you take care of your health. Also, if you feel that you need to detox, sometimes also we can detox with the mice here. Something is can literally gnaw on us here on our resistance, on our body resistance. This is what we are seeing here with this combination. It's possible here also that this move that you are about to make, it's based on something that you know, but maybe you cannot bring it out in the open. Possibly it's related to a sibling or a friend. And this is what this whole thing is put in action. This is what we are seeing here. Anyway, also we see here that we that we probably could lose weight. The mice, they nibble on the mountain. So it's possible that this whole situation is stressing, and we need to attend the mice. We need to attend the problems. But it's possible that this whole situation stresses on you. You want to eat less, maybe you don't eat healthy, but you should eat healthy here with this combination here, and it's draining us, and the result goes into weight loss. Then we have the second horizontal line here. We have the rider and the dog. Here we see there's a lot of communication here with the friends. We get messages from friends. A friend is visiting us. This is what we are seeing here, or we are the one visiting a friend. This is possible also. Anyway, we see the person card here. This is the woman here, but if you're a man, you can put yourself there also. This is a neutral card. So here we see there's a lot of visitation with friends. We visit friends, friends visit us. We come together out of friendship. This is what we are seeing here. It's possible that you receive a message here from a friend here. It's possible that you receive messages from a brother or a sister. The messages could be, we have to sit here quite direct. This is what we are seeing here with this combination. Anyway, it could also point, if you are planning to move or move away, that this friend helps you because the dog helps. This friend helps you, and probably you helped him before. So it's like you help each other. It's like there's a connection here for helping each other. The dog is a helping card, so this friend will help you for this moving here, or if you go to a certain place. Anyway. If these friends help you, or you allow him to help you, you will see here that things go easy. It's possible that also you communicate with a lot of people through certain media channels here. This is what we are seeing here. Anyway, here we see also that if some people would not help us and they owe us a certain help, they owe us something, we will insist that they help us. If we helped them before and they don't want to help, we will insist that they do so. If this is not a friend, it's possible that you insist to a brother or a sister or somebody you did an effort for before, you insist that they help you. This is what we are seeing here. We put some pressure here because we expect some help. Of course, we will ask for it, but in the same time, we will also put pressure. If this, it's possible also that here we see here that this person naturally steps in and you don't need to ask. So both are possible here with this combination. Then we have the dog and the woman here. Mostly this points to you as a person. Here we see that our colleagues, our friends, our brothers, our sisters are actually quite close to us. This is what we are seeing here. They're quite supportive. Our friends are normally quite supportive. This could be a colleague, as I said here, somebody who is probably close to you. You can rely on each other here. If something need to be done, we ask permission, and the permission here from both parties is granted here. If this points to a partnership, this points, if you would have a partner, this could point to a partner who is very loyal, helpful. Maybe you both move away out of this situation. This is possible also with this, but this points to a certain loyalty, but both parties have it a little bit difficult with certain difficulties that they are facing in their life. Then we have the birds and the garden. Here we see that we follow certain public announcements here. We go out shortly, we take short trips here. This is what we are seeing here. It's possible also, this point can point to a romantic date with a woman here that we are doing here. In another way, sometimes also this points to an interview, that we are interviewing somebody, or that we are interviewing something for a business. We are marketing something, we are promoting something here. This points to public relations here also. But with the birds, it always points to stress. So if you do an interview, if you have to do with public relations, it causes stress. The birds cause anxiety. This is what we are seeing here. Also, it's possible that some people are gossiping behind your back and you're tired of that. It makes you nervous. You're annoyed by certain gossip, certain public opinions here. This is what we are seeing here with this combination. If you live there in a quiet area, it's possible also that you go there for going watching the birds here. This is what we see here. It's possible also that other people are noticing that you're very stressed. Maybe this whole situation gives you stress, and your friends tell you, you look so stressed now. What is going on? This is what we see here also with this combination. Here we see also sometimes that we operate in chaotic communities. Maybe there's not a lot of structure in these groups here. Maybe you like to have more structure here in this combination. Sometimes also with this combination, we need to be careful if we know certain things about certain friends that we unconsciously, not consciously, say something that is actually given to us in confidence. Like, you know, a secret about a friend, and this is given to us in confidence, and we suddenly blab this out. So we need to be careful here with this combination. Anyway, if people will put you in a bad spotlight, you will immediately react on it, and quite harshly here. You will not allow that because the sit is quite direct, so we will immediately react on it. Here we see if we are functioning in certain groups, or if things are happening in certain groups and we don't like it, we will stop with it. We will break up with it. This is what we are seeing here. If there is too much noise, we already saw the mountain here, we will stop with this noise around us. It's possible. Sometimes also the mice can point to noise. And maybe there's a lot of noise in the surroundings where we are living and we are tired of it. We want to be more quiet here. This is what we are seeing here, also with this combination. Anyway, it's possible also that some public decisions, they're affecting you. This is what we are seeing here. It's possible also we have the mountain there that you want to be more alone. We see this coming back here. It's like you take some distance from certain networks, certain communications that we have, and we break up with people. We don't want to be there anymore. This is what we are seeing here. If certain groups are annoying you, you will give them your well-deserved opinion. This is what we see here also with this combination. Then we have the crossroads, the rider, and the birds. The crossroads and the birds, this is two moving cards. So we are confronted here with decisions. We have more than one option here. We standing literally in front of the crossroads, and we need to make a decision. And this all decision things, it takes us out of our regular pattern, and it makes us very nervous. This is what we are seeing here. We should here with this combination consider our options very carefully. Maybe we can ask advice from a confident friend, what he thinks about it. What could you do? This could guide you a little bit if you ask help from a friend, if you don't exactly know what to choose here. It's possibly here that you're suddenly on the road. Before you realize it, you come in difficult situations. It happens sometimes. In another way, if we are on the job front, it points sometimes that we have stress in our work on the work floor that we are seeing here. Sometimes this points to multitasking. Several topics are in our head. We need to do several things at the same time, and this all brings stress. In some areas, it could also point that this is a traveling salesman, a person who travels for business. This is what we are seeing here. And for some reason now the job is stressing. Maybe the stress is caused by certain colleagues and you disagree the way maybe the business operates. It's not what you want, and maybe you want to separate, and maybe you want something else. This is what we are seeing here. Anyway, this could point, if you make this decision and you make it in a slow, deliberate way, this could be the right thing that you decide. Certain messages would come to you, maybe related to a friend, or a friend helps you with this decision, and the choice that you are making is based on this news that you are receiving. And this change, the choice will bring change, and the change will bring choice. So this is what we see here. It's working from both ways. It's possible also that somebody tries to push you in a certain decision, because the rider can be quite pushy. He's an energetic card, and somebody tries to put you in a certain decision. And that's possibly why maybe we don't want to be pushed, because we cannot push the mountain here. And it's possible that's why you break up. Maybe these persons try to push you in a certain direction, and you just say nothing, but you know you don't want to be pushed in that direction, and you break up with those people. Here, this points to new perspectives here. Sometimes you will be in two minds about this decision, especially if it's about business or work. You will have two minds about it, but you will need to make the decision, even though it's not easy. Then we have the rider and the birds here. Here we see that a news is coming to us. Again, these are very communicative, moving cards here. You visit somebody, somebody visits you. This could be something to do literally with the public. This is what we are seeing here. These are spoken messages, a lot of social media here. Sometimes you could have the feeling that this and that is the best for you. And if you have like a feeling for these things, you had it in the future, you should trust your feelings also with this combination. It's possible also that you have some friends that you don't like to invite them anymore, and suddenly they pop up and you don't want them anymore. And if they are there in front of your door, it's like you have the feeling that your house is like a public house, like a hotel or a restaurant, and you say this cannot be anymore, and you stop it here. This is what we are seeing here, because you want some privacy here. This is what we are seeing here. It's possible also with this combination that we are very, very alert, that we are on our tiptoes if people approach us in a certain way, and that we want to see the danger coming. Then we have the mice, the dog, and the garden. The mice and the dog here, we need to be very careful with certain colleagues, certain friends, or maybe with a brother or a sister. We need to be careful here. We cannot trust everybody, so you need to look out who you trust here with this combination, because somebody is around you that you cannot be trusted. You need to be very careful here. It's possible that this person, if you give them your trust, they put what you tell them literally in the public. So be careful who you trust, especially with personal things, that you trust the right person, that if you say personal things about yourself, that this person really can be trusted. We need to be careful here with this combination. Also for a brother or a sister, it could also be that there's some stress here also from this person. This person also has stress here. This is what we are seeing here. But most of all, we see here that this person is false. In another way, it could mean that this is if this is a colleague of yours, it could mean that this colleague is not honest. He's in extreme cases, this could point to a corrupt colleague here. This is what we are seeing here. And maybe we don't want to support, maybe we discover something and we don't want to help this colleague, this friend, this brother anymore. It could really drain us, because maybe we helped this person before, and we constantly try to help them. But the more you help, the less their progress there is, and you're tired of it, and maybe that's you want to quit with it. Here, this is what you are seeing. Also, probably before you follow certain advices or from a certain colleagues or friends, and you are thinking about stopping this. You don't want to follow these advices anymore, because maybe the way this person organizes the work, or the person that the way he reacts, this person to you, is not correct. This is, and you want to stop this here. You let this go, this obedience go, you let it go. Then we have the dog and the garden. Here we see then with another group of friends that the friends here are central. They are central. So it's split in two parts here. So here we see that we go out with a different group of friends, and these people support us. These people support us. This is what we are seeing. But it's possible that you suddenly end up in a new supportive group. This is what we are seeing. Actually, here we see the social support of the community here that we are seeing here. Here we see also that you are willing to work together with certain people, and you should also for your own benefit here, because if you work together with groups that you really like, it will be beneficial here for all. You are not the only one who will benefit, but the whole group will benefit, because these are cards ruled by Aquarius, and Aquarius for Uranus, and Uranus works for the collective. Here we see that if we work for the benefit of all, we have progress and the others have progress also. So there's a mutual benefit here if you do so. There's support from both parties here. There's supportive networks here. This is what we are seeing here with this combination. Then we have the mountain, the person card, and the sit. Here we see this could be a person from another city, or this could be a person from another country who has a different culture. Maybe you are this is about to become a friend. This person comes from another country. You are confronted with new groups. Sometimes here it's ruled by Uranus. I told you this already, but here Uranus is sometimes that we meet. Uranus can be different, not regular. So here, for instance, this could mean that we have a friend, for instance, I'm just giving an example, with another skin color. Or we have a friend and the friend has red hair, like different. Here we see that we get a friend in our life and he's different than others. He can also have different ideas. This is what we see here. But in another way, it points to also a person who can come from abroad. This is what we are seeing here. We also see here yourself, you have the mountain above the person card. We see here that a person is struggling for overcoming certain obstacles. Here we are, again, we are set, we need to endure this struggle. We need to continue. Capricorn is a hard sign. They can be very stubborn, very determined. And here we see you really need to exploit your strength here. This is what we are seeing here. Even if it goes difficult here, even if you need to do it alone, even if you feel isolated, you need to move on here. It will not be easy because there will be delays here. You will be hindered by some things you did not see coming sometimes here. This is what we are seeing. And it's possible that this friend from abroad or with a different point of view, he brings a certain structure, or he helps you to rebuild a certain structure in your life. He's very persistent about that. He might help you here. He might see the situation not emotional. He can take distance. He's in the mountain. He can take an overview and he can help you that way. This is what we are seeing here. Also, we see here, if there are some changes in our life, here it's like we are going back to basics. We are happy with the basics as long as we have food, water, drinks, and warmth. Here, if we have the basics, we are happy. We don't require any luxury for now. We just go back to basics for the time being here. Anyway, it points also sometimes that we will be very silent. We will be quiet because the mountain is silent here. It's possible also, if, for instance, if you are a woman, that you refuse to make up, to dress yourself up, if this is not required for the job, if you're in your privacy, you don't want to wear makeup, no beauty things here, you just keep it simple here. This is what we are seeing here with a man also. He don't dress up, maybe he don't shave for a few days. Here, this is what we are seeing here with this combination. Anyway, we will fight for the way where we going, and if we overcome this situation, we will have mastered something important in our life. We will learn an important lesson here about this. But anyway, here we see again, we need to overthink before we act. We cannot act like impulsive here. But your friend here, he could give you good advice. Sometimes this points to an advisor. Also, this is an advisor. It's possible also that you seek the help of an advisor. This is possible also. I didn't see that before, but the dog sometimes also is an advisor. Or your friend is an advisor. This is possible also, what we are seeing here. Here also we see if we have a partner in our life, sometimes in difficult situation, we are not allowing anybody, we close our mind a little bit because of all these difficulties that are here, and we close our mind off. But here sometimes also we see that we need to be open-minded towards our partner. We need to listen to the opinion, even if we don't agree with it. We need to find we need to listen to the opinion of the partner here. This is what we are seeing here. It's possible that even that takes you a lot of efforts for listening to others because you want to be alone. This is what we are seeing here with this combination. This whole situation here could make you a little bit cold-hearted. It's possible that people don't recognize you anymore like that. Like your heart is cold because of this whole situation here. We see here like a person who could be very distant towards others. This is what we are seeing here, not necessarily out of choice, but out of the difficulties that are hanging here. Sometimes with this combination here, what could also help us here is that we do relaxation. We do relaxation here with this combination, and it could really help us maybe because we have the birds here, and the birds is related to breathing. So it's possible here also if you find a certain yoga or meditation instructor that this helps you relaxing. This is what we see here also with this combination. But then here we have the woman and the sit here. This is the last two cards here. Here, for some reason, suddenly certain events in your life are happening. It's possible that you need to decide something very suddenly, and this could again have to do with this public or with the difficulties. So you suddenly need to decide about difficulties, how to overcome them. This is what we are seeing here. Here also we see that we sometimes here we literally apply discipline. This is like, sometimes this can point to a person who has a lot of discipline. This could literally point to a person maybe with a military background, maybe before, and you came in some problem, but it's possible that you have a military background, woman or man. And here we see somebody who can be very structural, really military organized. And you want to get rid of all this hustle here. You want to make clean ship here. This is what we are seeing here with this combination. Here we see literally that we cut off loose ends, we organize, we restructure, we pull us back, we go back to basics. This is what we see here with this combination. You will sometimes also make with people who you don't want anymore, or you think they don't belong in your life anymore, but try to be friendly. Just see you don't step on the wrong people's toes, because you might meet some of these people later on. But maybe you can find them in these new groups, but be careful, because you will be, because of your condition here, because of the situation that you are in, you could be very harsh, you could be very cut, like you give a military order and it's like that. So be careful that you don't step on some friends, their toes, that you might actually after still need. Then we go in the cross here, we go the crossroads, the dog and the sit here. We see here the changes of friendship, new friends come in our life, friends are going, we follow certain groups, we take distance from certain groups. Here we see also that if the decision has need to be made, that you really need to will make up your mind. You don't want to, but you need to. Here, sometimes you will be loyal to certain people, and sometimes you will think they might just get lost here. Then we have the dog and the sit here. Again, here we see the breakup with friendship. I just see if I can add something here. Some people who deserve your loyalty, you will feel some of them deserve your loyalty, you will stick with them. This points to deserved loyalty. And with some that you think that don't deserve your loyalty, you will let them go in an abrupt way. You will probably treat them quite harsh, quite direct. It's possible that this is a temporary situation. Some friends might return, because we have the crossroads here. It's possible that some return. This is what we are seeing here. Anyway, if certain friends break up to you, it's possible that you see the breakup coming and you make an evaluation. This is what we are seeing here. You feel that the friendship is in danger. Maybe this is a person you already know for a long time, or maybe it's a brother or sister and you see it coming, and it's like your choices are divided and you don't know anymore what you need to do. Then we have the mountain, the dog, and the birds. Here we see that, as I said earlier, it's possible that this friend with a different skin color from a different culture, he helps you. Maybe he has a different point of view. Maybe this person is also, maybe he's a little bit a loner, this friend, and maybe it helps you now. This is what we are seeing here with this combination. It's possible also that this person lives in this remote area, and that's why you want to go there also. This is what we are seeing here. I would not be surprised if he has some mountain animals there, like goats or sheep here. This is what we are seeing here with this combination. Anyway, we feel a little bit loneliness. We put a limitation on our friendship here. Maybe this friend teaches us how to be quiet, how to breathe. We saw this earlier. We see this coming here again. Then we have the dog and the birds on itself. Here we see that we have a lot of communication with friends, brothers, sisters, with peers. Here we see also that even though it's harsh times and you have a very hard time to listen, because of this difficult situation, you need to try to listen here. You need to try here to listen, even though it's difficult here. You need to try to listen in for some advice here. This is what we see here also with this combination, because it's possible that it makes your friends sad. There's a sadness here from friends also that we are seeing, because they know what you're undergoing, they know what is happening to you, and you take distance and you don't want to listen to them, and it also makes some people sad around you. It's possible that this is your partner also, that because you are so distant, your partner is sad. This is what we are seeing here with this combination. Anyway, there's some stress here with this combination. This is what we are seeing here also. What we see here also with this combination, that there will be some things, some windfalls on your path. Even though everything goes difficult, some things will just fall in place at the right time. This is what we are seeing here with this combination. It's possible if your grandparents are still alive, for some reason, they come back in your life. This is possible also with this combination. We see here that we solve the problem. We want to solve the problem here. If there are certain partners also, the bird sometimes is a sexual card also. It's possible that we have some communication with the partners for physical or sexual interaction here also. This is what we are seeing here. It's possible also that even though the times are difficult, we have some time off with a partner, like a dinner or something, and after we can relax here for a day or several days here to clear our mind. And this is like a quiet area there. Maybe there in the mountain area, we have some rest, relaxation. We have some home cooked meals. We are quiet, and also there could be some intercourse here with the partner. This is what we are seeing here. If you are planning to visit a restaurant or you go somewhere, you could like by accident fall into some very good restaurant that actually is a very good choice. It's like you have a sixth sense here for the restaurant here. This is what we are seeing. Anyway, Capricorn, for the air group, this is all for this month. I hope you get a little bit wiser out of this not easy card reading. If you did, please subscribe to my channel. If this card reading don't fit your role, check out the other 2-3 card readings that are connected here in the same session. I'm sure one of the 4 will fit you. You can also check out our monthly philosophical card readings that we do. Anyway, I want to thank you for your time, and I'm sure we see each other in my other videos. Thank you for your time, and bye-bye for now. Hello, Capricorn, and welcome to the Stone or the Earth group for your Lenormand card reading for December 2021. As the first card here, we see the person card. So this means this is you as a person, a man or a woman, because we do general readings here. And the central card here, central now placed in our life, probably our friendship. Friendships are very important here in our life with this combination. This is what we are seeing here. Sometimes it tells us also that we act friendly towards our friends, or our friends are friendly towards us, or we should be more friendly towards our friend. But I think you are, since we have the sun and the moon there. There's a lot of softness here. There's a lot of good vibes here with the friends going on. Here we see here that as I said, that the friends are very important in our life, and probably also we are going through some changes, and it's possible that a friend helps us going through those changes, and I mean this in a positive way. Maybe we have plans for doing something. This is what we are seeing, but we will see how this works out. The first two cards here we're gonna mirror. Here we're gonna mirror the man and the moon here. Here we see that this man is very sensitive. This man is creative. The moon points to things that we create, art, also sensitivity, things that we have learned, that we apply. We have the sun and the moon here, and the sun and the moon means that we apply things that we have learned. So here, if we learn something creative, we actually put it in reality. So things that we have studied before, learned before, here we put actually in reality. This is what we are seeing here. Anyway, coming back to the moon and the woman here, this is a person who is probably respected here. The person in itself here is respected here. Sometimes this man can have very sensitive feelings also about things to come. This combination points sometimes to clairvoyance, to actually feel or sense things here. This is also a person probably with a lot of depth here, man or woman, depending on your gender here. Intuition is also here pointed to. If this is a couple, man and a woman here, this person is very sensitive towards the partner, and the partner is sensitive towards him or her. This is what we are seeing here with this combination. Anyway, it could also point that it's not necessarily only towards the partners, but also things, you feel like things coming towards the collective, what happens in groups, because the moon is the collective, all the people. So if things are about to happen for a certain group of people, or maybe for mankind here, you feel these things coming in advance. This is what we are seeing here with this combination. Sometimes this points also in a different way, that we spend a romantic night with a man or with a woman. This is what we are seeing here. Then we have the child and the stork here. For some people, this can point to a pregnancy, that their wife is pregnant, or that the couple is pregnant. This is what we are seeing here with this combination. It's like the child, literally it's on its way, because we see the ship here. It's like the child is delivered here. The ship is on its way. It's like here, this is the card of business, but it's also like a package is delivered here. The child is delivered, or the child is on its way for coming here. This is what we are seeing here. Anyway, this points to a successful pregnancy. It's possible that the child, if you have plans, because I see a lot of abroad here, it's possible if you have plans, we will see this later, that the child would be born in abroad. This is possible. If you are pregnant, it's possible that the child is born in abroad. This is what we are seeing here also with this combination. Anyway, here we see also with this combination, it's possible that the pregnancy, it leads to the birth of a girl, because we have the girl here literally next to it, and these are two female cards. So I'm assuming here that the child would be a girl. Then also we see here on ourselves as a person, there are serious transformations going on. The stork points to transformation, migrations, things that are going on. The stork is a rather slow card, because he moves from Europe to Africa during his travels, and it takes about 3 months. So 3 months. So here there are changes going on. The ship also is a slow card. It travels with goods. The goods are on top the ship, so they move slow. Here we see that there's a slow transformation going on for the person. Maybe there's a transformation literally of the body, because if we are pregnant, of course, our body is changing. And this points also to psychological changes. We become aware that we are going to become parents or a mother or a father. This is what we are seeing here. Anyway, we are happy with this transformation that is taking place in our life. But it's not only the pregnancy that would be important. We could also be pregnant of some business. We're going to see it now in a different angle. This could mean that we are pregnant from a business. We are waiting some changes. Maybe we want to do business in abroad. We are new in this kind of business. Maybe we want to transport goods. We want to deliver goods that brings changes in other people's life. This is what we are seeing here. And this is a quite positive combination that we are seeing here. This could be a very prosperous combination here, what we are seeing here. It's possible in the field of work where you are going in, the business, that you are new to it. You need to learn a lot, because we have the child here and the child is innocent. It needs to learn, and we see the book here. So even if we have a degree here, it points to that we probably need to study up for this new kind of business. It doesn't mean we are not educated. We are, but probably in this field, some new things are coming here for us. This is what we are seeing here with this combination. What we see more here, there's the beginning of a change here. We are going on a new destination here. We are longing for this change here. There's a transforming. If we have this child, also it will bring certain transformations in our life, serious transformations, big transformations, because the stork is a big bird. If we have a business that we are about to start in abroad, this will bring big changes, big transformations in our life, but you could feel inexperienced. Maybe you're not ready for it, and that's why maybe you read up, you study about it, what you need to do regarding to this, this change. Then we're gonna go in the horizontal lines. We see here the man and the sun. This points to a man who likes to be or a woman who likes to be, because it's person card. We see here a person who likes to be in the sunny area. Maybe this person likes to be in abroad, likes to be in the sun, in the warmth. This points also to a positive person. There's success hanging here above the person, and also a very good connection with the people, what the people want. It's like here, there's a very good balance here between the male and the female, yin and yang. Here it's very good worked out here with this combination. There's here also this person is happy, merry here. This is what we are seeing here. It's possible that if this person is your partner, this person is really the sunshine in your life. This is what we are seeing here with this combination. Anyway, also we see with this combination that we have some fun. We relax ourselves, and we know exactly in our mind what is relaxing us. The moon is the mind, so we know what to do to relax us or to relax our partner. This is what we are seeing here. This points also sometimes to intimacy with the partner in a positive way. There's a very positive connection here. The sun is fertility, the moon is the hormones, so you get the picture here. There's a lot of cooperation, and maybe out of this fertility, there we have the child. So this is possible that this happens here. Then we have the sun and the moon here. This is, as I said, this is what we have learned. We actually put in practice. If we are in art fields, in whatever field, in business fields, in education field, we can literally here share what we have learned. We share this to the people. We can connect to the people here with this combination. This is what we are seeing here. Here we see that we literally can have a good business, we have a good sense on business, we know how to do business, we feel good in this business. This is what we are seeing here. There's a strong connection with us and our partner and with the people. There's success and we are aware of this success. If this is on the work floor, if we are working as an employee, this is possible. Also, we are very successful at the work. We have a lot of experience, but it's possible that some change is coming. Maybe the works in the future will require travel. So this is possible also with this combination. Here we see that we are in balance. This is like day and night that we are seeing here. We see more here. Also, we become aware of our emotions. The moon is emotions. Even if there here we need to, we balance ourselves out. We moderate. If it's too hot, we find the balance here. If it's too cold, we find the balance here. This is a very good combination for balancing, finding balance in our life. Then we have the book, the dog, and the clovers here. The clover is the over lucky card of the deck. I must immediately add here, I'm not going to find very much negative things in this card reading because there are no negative cards. The only card that is the stork. There are big changes coming, but that is not necessarily negative because I think there's a longing here for these changes. Anyway, coming back here to the book and the dog here, excuse me. Here it points to that we are about to meet new friends. Possibly we will meet these friends in abroad. So these friends, the book sometimes keeps itself closed till it's the moment of revealing. And we will meet new friends, and these friends will be very lucky to us. They will have very importance for us. They will really bring us prosperity. They can bring us prosperity, and they will help us undergoing these changes. You will be very lucky to meet these new friends. They will be very supportive because the dog is supportive. They will be very supportive to you, and they will help you. They will help you find your path to the luck. Here, this is what we are seeing here with this combination. It's possible that you need this support because you're unfamiliar in uncharted waters there. And this person points also to be very intelligent because the book is smart. So this points to intelligence, and we have the sun here. The sun is also a smart card. So here we see that the intelligence of the friend here is accented. Here we see also maybe this friend is somehow connected in business, trade, or money. Or he could be connected to some documents that we need in abroad. Maybe this is the connection that we have, and this person could help us and could make the connections in abroad much easier for us. This is what we are seeing here with this combination, if we see it like this on the diamond here. Anyway, this person is important for us here. It's possible also that you don't share in public that this is your friend. Maybe you have both reasons and you keep this a close friendship, but it stays between you two. You don't share that this person is your friend, and he don't share also he's your friend, but actually you are very close to each other. Here also this points maybe to the same education level. In a way, you are intertwined with each other on the level also of education. You are good balanced out with each other with this person. If this is your partner, this could also be your partner. If it means also that our partner is our friend and she or he is on the same education level as we are. There is a good balance here. We see this here coming back. Also the mental level here with the partner or the friend is the same here. This is what we are seeing here. Also, so we see here the new friendship here, the educated friend we already saw here. Both you see the importance of an education. This is what we are seeing here. Also, we know also we are able to follow the person's thinking process because we have the moon here, and the moon can connect with the mind of the other person. The moon is very intuitive. So it's like we connect here with this friend or with our partner, and there's like-mindedness here. There's like-mindedness, and it points all to go out in a very, very good direction here for us. It's like things here synchronize. They synchronize. The wheels are starting, they're coming together, and they really start to turn here. This is what we are to. Also, there's openness. We ask for the truth and we will get the truth. If we want to know something and we ask to this friend, the truth will be said to us. This friend will be exactly telling us if we are new in certain business territory, this is how it is, this is how it works, this is how this is what that is, and you will learn a lot with this person. This is what we are seeing here, and it brings you advancements here. Also, you should not take this friendship for granted, because this is really an opportunity here for becoming strong, connected to each other. This is what we are seeing here with this combination. Anyway, in another way, if this is, it's possible also that this is a co-worker in abroad who helps us. Maybe it was a co-worker before, because sometimes the moon returns. Maybe it was a co-worker before, and this person returns because the moon has a cycle. This person returns in our life, and he went to abroad, and now you meet again, you reconnect. Maybe before it was a colleague. This is possible also with this combination, what we are seeing here. Then we have the third horizontal line. We have the child, the ship, and the stork. Here we see that we visit to a place that we don't know yet. We are unfamiliar with this place. Possibly a place in abroad. This is what we are seeing. If this is not a place in abroad, it means that we go in a business adventure, maybe connected to abroad, maybe connected to shipping goods, maybe connected to transferring monies. This is what we are seeing. But as we said, we are quite unfamiliar with the business, and we will study up about it. This is what we are seeing here. Also here we see then again that we have a certain child wish as a couple or as a woman here. This is what we are seeing here. It's possible if you are there in the local place also, because we have a lot of water here, that you take this trip far away, but there's still an additional trip to be made with a boat here, with small boat, for reaching your destination, because there's a lot of water here. So it's possible here that we will take a small boat. We are there, and then we need to take a ferry or a small boat for getting in our destination. This is what we are seeing here. It's possible that the place is a little bit remote, because sometimes the stork is remote. It's high up, maybe high up river. This is what we are seeing here, because the stork is sometimes a little bit far, remote. It's not the immediate destination where you are going. Anyway, we are a little bit naive here in the direction that we are going. If you are younger, sometimes this points to a younger traveler that we are seeing here. We take, of course, our child with us. Of course, if the child is on its way, we still take us. But if the child would be already born, we will take it also with us on our journey. This is what we are seeing here. Anyway, we see here that we still need some guidance here in certain areas of our life. If you are an already more mature person and you are in the next stage of your life, this could point that a child is leaving the nest, but that is then a totally different direction that we are taking here now. Then here we have the ship and the stork on itself. Here we see this is an important journey, a big journey for us. This journey will create opportunities for us. There's a longing for this journey. We want to go there. If you are not yet in a relationship, this points that we travel with a woman, or we meet a woman in abroad, or this woman becomes important in our life. This is what we are seeing here with this combination. This is an important moment in our life and in our career, that we meeting those new people. It will be important for us. During this travel also, we will see new things, and it will transform us inside. It creates a transformation on our person here. It's possible that you work the plan out, because we are in Capricorn here. Capricorn normally has a plan. He's very structured, so he has a plan where he's going, what he's going to do. Everything is very structured. But here, sometimes this points, even though we make the plan, it might be that even though our trip is scheduled, we reschedule some things in our trip. We review some things here. It doesn't necessarily need to be negative because these are positive changes. So even if you worked out a certain plan, it's possible that you adjust your travel plans here. This is what we see here also. You chose a direction to go, but it's possible that you redirect, maybe under influence from this friend, that you choose another direction. This is what we are seeing here. Maybe another direction in business, or maybe a different angle. He shows you a different angle. This is what we are seeing here with this combination. It points also here, as we saw earlier, we see here the return, because the stork also returns. He goes back where he's born and he goes back in another place in the winter. Here we see again that this friend returns in our life. So here there's an influence from this friend on the impact of our business, but also he could come back in our life. We see this here. This is double confirmation. This points also sometimes to immigration. This two cards points to immigration, and this here is the document. The visa is an important document here, and then we could see that the visa here, that we are confirmed in the country here where we are going. We are allowed in the territory because the dog has a territory here. We are allowed in the territory, and everything for the visas will go very well here. We see here we are allowed there. Anyway, there will be also some expenses, of course, because this points to expenses. This trip costs us. Maybe we don't know exactly yet what it's gonna cost us here, because the ship points to expenses if we move. It's like there is a variation here in the expenses. We calculated something, or maybe the expenses change because we change our plans. This is what we are seeing here also with this combination. It's possible that one of both, if you are a couple traveling, that one of the boat has been there before in this place. Maybe that's why you take the step. It's possible that there is a return to a place where you have been before. So there's some familiarity here with this place. This is what we are seeing here with this combination. Or you have been there for visiting this friend. This is possible also with this combination. Then we have the vertical lines here. We have the man, the book, and the child. Here we see that this is a man or a person, man or woman, that is educated. This person is educated. They have degrees. They know what they are talking about. They probably still read a lot. This is a person who reads a lot, who reads up. And he also reads new things now, probably for this trip, as we saw earlier. In some cases, this can point, the book can literally point to a person who's an educator, or was an educator, or is an educator. Well, we stay an educator if we are one, and it's in ourselves. We stay an educator forever here. This is what we are seeing here. This can also point to a college professor, or somebody who writes or have been writing things, written things, published things. This is what we are seeing here with this combination. Here also we see that the information that we have, this friend might have the information. Here, we see this here again. Anyway, this points to academic education, or it can point to academic education, can also point to a scientist here. This is what we are seeing here with this combination. But anyway, this person has a lot of knowledge. Even if you would have no degree, there would be a lot of knowledge. This person is seriously read up. He read up in his life. This is what we are seeing here. Then we have the book and the child. Here we see that the new beginning. We come in a new field of interest here. We study up, as we saw earlier here. We are student again. Maybe also we read up if our wife is pregnant, or we are pregnant as a woman. We read up about our pregnancy here. This is what we are seeing here with this combination. Maybe we don't know a lot about pregnancies, and we want to balance out our lack of knowledge about this. Here we are curious about what is going to happen here to us with this pregnancy. Anyway, also sometimes, this is a little bit a leap, but I'm going to say it anyway, this sometimes points that the child is smart. the child that is to be born is smiled, because the book is here and the child here we see here, and his destiny is already, his or her destiny is already in abroad. But this points to a child with a quite fair high IQ here. This is what we are seeing here. Then we have the sun, the dog, and the boat, the ship. The sun and the dog here. Here we see that among our friends of circle friends, we are quite popular here. This is what we are seeing here. We are appreciated. We have the right feelings, the right connections with our friends, and we are highly appreciated there in the group of circles that we are functioning. Probably they are in the same education level we are. We have the same way of thinking. Probably we have a lot of common fields here. This is what we are seeing here with this combination. It could also point, I didn't mention that angle yet. For some people here in this group, it might, instead of a friend, it might be a brother or a sister that is in abroad. And maybe this person migrated there before us. And that's why we are familiar with the place. This is another angle I didn't see before. I just see it here now. So here we see here that that this is possible also. This is a brother or a sister here. In a way, also there's a lot of electricity in the sky. If we do some business, it could literally mean that we are somehow connected or in a need of some kind of electricity. Maybe the business is connected to electricity. This is what we are seeing here also, because the dog is ruled by Aquarius, by Uranus, and this points to electricity. And the sun gives a lot of energy, so it's possible here that somehow there's electricity needed for this business, or electricity is important, or light is important in this business, or we shine literally in this business that we are undertaking. Anyway, here we see also that our skin is changing, that we are really get a suntan here. This is what we are seeing here with this combination. Anyway, here we see that we are successful, our friends are successful, people are close to us here. There's an admiration also. If you have colleagues connected to this work, they will admire you, you will admire them. There is some really good connection here with those people. You make these people happy and they make you happy. It could also be, if they are your workers, they are very happy to work with you and you are happy to work with them. There's a very good understanding here towards each other. Then we have the dog and the ship, these two cards. This is then the business project that we are seeing that you might be involved in. Here we see then there's a foreign background here again with this friend. What we are seeing here, these people help us. There's an adventure here with a friend or with a partner. Before we were connected with this person long distance, but now we are actually more closer to each other. Then we have the moon and the clovers. This is a very good combination. Also, what we are seeing here, really things could happen here, what you have in your mind. This is like a very good combination. What we think actually could happen. This is a very very powerful combination, especially with the sun here also. For some people here, this could really feel that some magic is happening around them, like things are really falling into place, the changes are falling into place. It's really what we wanted, and it's like here very positive here what we are seeing here. Also, it means that we receive certain honors in our work. If our work implies creativity, we need to do something creative. Also, we are very creative. The creativity comes out of our mind, what we learned before, what we have experienced before. We can put that actually in reality here, because the moon reflects what we already know. The moon is a reflection of the ego. So, and here we see that we really can mirror what we already know. This is what we are seeing here. In some way, it's possible that you are very active at night if this requires creativeness. Some artists or some people who are creative are working at night. Maybe you work at night because of there's a time difference. This is possible also, but this points that we are working, or it's possible that we are working at nighttime, and also we need to be flexible here. We are flexible here for changing our time here. This is what we are seeing with this combination. This points also to promotion. If we go in the next phase of our life, this points to promotion, or if it's not a promotion, this is our business going better. This is what we are seeing here. Also, this points to people who have a very positive reputation in the public. The moon is the public, and here you have the clovers. And the clovers means the public views you as a positive asset. They have a positive opinion about you. This is what we are seeing here with this combination. Here we see also that we don't actually have really fears. We are confident in this project because we have the sun there. We are very confident about this all. There are very good feelings here what is happening to us. Also, if you relax, you will have very pleasant nights there. This is what we are seeing here. All the changes here we come in the last card, and in the big changes that coming here in your life are very positive. This is what we are seeing here with this combination. You get the chance here to change. Also, there's a strong longing here to be free. There's a hope to be more free because the ship gives freedom. The stork wants to be free. This is what we are seeing here. We're getting more freedom here with this combination. Also, if some opportunities come to us, we should not stall. We should take the opportunities that are coming. If the train comes into the station, you need to get on, or the bus. You cannot wait here. You need to take the opportunities here that are offered to us because they will give you very good, significant results here. This is what we are seeing here. This is probably where you longed for a very long time. This project is already for a very long time in your mind, and things are improving exactly the way as you projected them. Then we have the man, the dog, and the stork. Just see if I can add something more here. Again, here we see the brothers, and it's possible here. We make friends here. I don't know. I can add nothing here. Then we have the stork and the dog here. This is working. Probably if we work here, this points to teamwork. Possibly also there is a team there surrounding you. You're not alone there, especially if this is a bigger business, trading. There are several people there around you. And here that we see that we benefit for teamwork, but the team benefits also from the togetherness. Here it's we see this here coming again here. This is what we are seeing here. Also, friends benefit from our work, and we benefit from friends our work. There's like a cooperation here with each other. This is what we are seeing here. The friendship could get deeper here that we are having, or we could get closer to our partner also with all these things happening. This is what we are seeing here. We see the friends return here also, but we already saw this here. We are offering our unconditional support to this friend. This is what we are seeing here. Then we have the moon, the dog, and the child. Again, here we see the popularity. We already saw this here. There's a very big attachment to what we are gonna do. We are not only want to do this work, but we are also emotionally attached to it. It's very important for us, this work, because we really can shine here. This is the sun wants to shine here. This is what we are seeing here. We are emotionally connected to what our work, what we are doing here. This is what we are seeing here. And also your friends will be influential for us in a positive way. So if a friend says something to you, it will have a big impact on you, and you will have a big impact on them. So this is what we are seeing here. You will also show these people that you are, for instance, if you are an employer, that you are not only there for giving them work, but you support them also. You are supportive here because the dog is very supportive. If you would work with younger people because the child is younger, this points also to a teacher or an educator who supports his group of people around him. This is what you are saying. Maybe you are an educator in some kind, it's possible, or it's part of it, or you learn something to other people, and it has a big influence on these people's future, on their journey in life for later on. This could really have a big influence on these people mind, on these people's future here, what is happening here. This is what we are seeing here with this combination. Then we have the dog and the child on ourselves. Here we see the new friendships here again. Here we see here if the child is actually with us. This is a child who is very close to us. We rely on the child relies to us. This is what we are seeing here. We are also, there's some acquaintance here, something that we are used to with handling children. There's something that we are used to. It's not working with children or with younger people here is not unfamiliar to us. This is what we see here also with this combination. Maybe before in your life you have been in scouts or whatever, but there's a connection here with before. This is what we are seeing here with this combination. Anyway, this points also that we wait on that there's a waiting till the child is coming, or that the business events are coming. We wait here on the event of the birth, we wait on the event of the business. This is what we are seeing here. We have trust that everything will go out very well. Also, what we see here also, it's something I want to add here. We already saw here that the child, if it's born, it's quite smart, but also we will see here that the child will have an older mindset. This points to a child who is very responsible at a very young age. Sometimes this points to children who know exactly how to take responsibility. These children, you don't need to teach them too much. They already know. They act mature before their age. Some children are like that. So this is what we see here, a very responsible child. The child can literally sometimes speak like an adult, even if it's young. Sometimes for people or you in this group who are into that, this can point to something that comes out of us, out of the previous lives. So this person takes a part out of his previous life and he takes this intelligence here with him. This is what we are seeing here with this combination. But this is very positive here for responsibility. Anyway, here we see also if you are or would be in a second relationship, this could point also, I didn't mention that angle yet. This could be a partner who has children, or you have children out of a previous relationship, and we incorporate these children in our life. And the same applies here. This is a smart person here that is coming, or a smart child that coming to our life. This is what we are seeing here. There will not be too much corrections need to be made here. This person or this child knows exactly what it's doing. So it will be very mature here. This is what we are seeing here. Anyway, it's possible also here, if we worked with certain companies or certain brands in our business, that due to some reasons, we need to change brand. If there is, for instance, if there is machinery, or if there's something, a brand that you stick to for your business, or some companies that you use, maybe for some reason, you cannot use them anymore, or they are not available anymore, or they are not available in that country. Here we see a change of brands. This is what I wanted to add here also with this combination. Anyway, the people around us, and this is the last thing that I'm gonna add here. Here we see a combination of people around you who literally have your back, who support you. Younger or older, you get a lot of support here from the whole community. As I said, this is a very positive reading. This is as good as it gets. Anyway, Capricorn, here there's a positive evolution here in your life. I'm sure you're very happy with these changes where you have been waiting on probably for a long time. Not everything is revealed. You will come into some nice surprises here. Anyway, I want to thank you for your time, and I'm sure we see each other in my other card reading. If this card reading don't fit you at all, please check out the other 3 card readings that are directly connected to it. Anyway, thank you for your time, and I'm sure we see each other in my other videos. Success and bye-bye for now. Hello, Capricorn, and welcome to the matches or the fire group for your Lenormand card reading for December 2021. As the first card here, we see the sun. The sun is an all over positive card, and in the central card, you have the key. So if there are some problems popping up in your life, these problems probably are easy to be solved because the key lets us solve problems easy. So you get the key in your hand here for solving problems. Anyway, the sun here, it points that we are happy, that we are fulfilled in some areas of our life. Also, it tells us we need to keep in a positive state of mind here. Here, if things are not going as you like them to go, be sure that the solutions come soon. They are in your reach, but you need to stay positive here with this combination. The key there on the central card here, this points to wishes that are fulfilled here for our destiny and our life path, because both of these cards are there. So this is what we see here. This points to a successful outcome towards our path of life or our destiny, because the cross is our destiny here that we are seeing here. Anyway, we should put also with the sun and the key, this points to smart, intelligent solutions. So if we need to find solutions here, we find smart, intelligent solutions. Probably that solutions are others agree to do, because we have Venus there also. This is a solution that is probably good for several people here that we find here. This is what we are seeing here. Anyway, it points that we achieve, or we are about to achieve, or we are on the road for achieving our goals. Then we go in the horizontal lines, but we first gonna mirror these 2 cards here. We're gonna mirror the sun and the lily here. The sun and the lily, it is a very good combination here. What we see here is that if we have certain hopes or wishes, these hopes and wishes are materializing. We can put our wishes to our will. And here with the sun, with the bouquet in the middle, everything goes quite smooth. We could be quite diplomatic about reaching our targets, reaching our goals. This is what we are seeing here. Also, it points to that we enjoy sensual things in our life. Sometimes also this is a sexual combination. If we have a partner, probably we enjoy the sexual moments with our partner here. This is what we are seeing here. The sun is very fertile. The bouquet is harmony, balance. We stick together in partnership and in relationship, and also on the sexual front here, we see here a very good combination for that also. Also, we take professionally, we are proud in our jobs that we are doing or we are about to do. We take pride in our work. We see that our work is correct, even though it's heavy. As we know, Capricorn can be very thorough for the work that he's doing. So we see this here, and even though we need to do the work there thorough, we see that we find a certain balance here in doing so. Anyway, here there is success here with this combination. If also sometimes with this combination, if we see this on the career, this points to positive career moves if we are older, or something like that, that we are an older person and we have a lot of success. But actually it comes with here with the bouquet, it comes exactly actually at the right time. The cross don't let things happen before it's time. It can be a burden, but it's also a protection, because sometimes if things happen before it's time, things go wrong. And with the cross, things don't go wrong because they just don't happen before their time. This is what we are seeing here. Anyway, this could also point to a late in life success here, happy old days, happy old age. This is what we are seeing here, positive charisma. We are happy with our sex life, with our success in our life. This is what we are seeing here. Then we have in the bottom here, wait for what we see here more here. Here also it means that we are happy also with the wisdom that we have. This is what we are seeing here also with this combination. We are strongly tied also to our family, to the people where we are come from. Most likely this points to a strong connection to the father figure here also. We are very close to the father figure. This is what we see here also, or it's played an important role in our life somehow. Then we have the mountain and the clouds here. Here we see that we could be confronted with certain obstacles in our life. That's why we have the sunny cards here. We have a lot of positive things there. But here we see that we are confronted with some challenges, probably the challenges of life. Here we see that we need to be persevering, we need to be persistent, we have a lot of energy. The bear gives us a lot of energy, even though it's very difficult. Here with the bear, we have a lot of inner strength. We can push through, and we just need to find our inner strength here to push through, to find here, to come over the difficulties of the mountain, even though our destiny may not be clear for now because we have the clouds here. Maybe we're not yet clear where we are going here, but we need to be faithful here. We need to have faith that we are on the right path, and we are here. So here we need to continue here with the challenges that we are facing, even though we are maybe confronted with confusion. We don't see things clear. Sometimes we cannot make up our mind, or maybe some of our thoughts are blocked here. This is what we are seeing here. Even if there's certain enemies in our life or there is opposition, here we need to see we push through here. Even though if this is a longer time, we need to continue persevering, using our energy. There is strength here. The bear has a lot of strength. It's a very powerful animal here. The bear can have, here the mountain is alone and the bear is strength, and the bear is also a solid animal. Most of his time he lives alone. So here we see a lot of inner strength out of yourself for certain things that you need to reach in your life. So there's a lot of inner strength here. So don't doubt your inner strength, and you have the sun there also. You can persevere in this. If there's difficult times in our life, you cannot lose hope, because all the elements are here for finding your energy. Also, you could here you could work preventive, because the bear sometimes he sees things coming, he sees the problems coming. He's wise, because you have the lily there also, and the lily is a wise card, an experienced card. So here, if you see can prevent the problem, this could also be a good solution. If you see something coming, just prevent it, that the problems cannot happen. This is what we are seeing here, and it's possible here that you will prevent some problems. Even maybe sometimes you need to be a little bit cold-hearted, not emotional for some problems to solve, maybe even not speaking. You will keep quiet, you will move on here for your work here. Here we see that we get deep insights for passing certain problems in our life. The clouds sometimes they can trouble us, but they can also give us deep insights in things to come. So this is what the positive side of the clouds that we are seeing here. Anyway, you will, if there is an issue, you will keep looking for a way out here with this combination. It could be that things are going a little bit slow here, slower than you anticipated, but since Capricorn is a patient sign in general, you will have a certain patience, and be sure you're on the right track. Even though there is difficulties, we are confused, there might be some despair. Here you need to continue here, you need to pick up these challenges and go for it here. It will all work out, don't worry. Then we come in the horizontal lines here. Then we come here in the upper line. We have the sun and the bouquet here. This is a very positive combination here, especially for fortunate life path here. Everything goes smooth and well. We really are on the right way here. If we have certain wishes to materialize, despite certain difficulties, our life path here is worked out here. we see here that we are closely connected to others on our life path, and we are on the right way to go here. There's luck, there's success here. Also, there's like congratulations here. We cultivate certain friendships here. We get compliments, positive feedback. This is what we are seeing here with this combination. Also, it points that to partners also that please each other. This is what we see here. Then the bouquet and the lily here. If we have certain long-term projects, we see that these projects or these businesses or our work, it's bearing fruit here. There's a positive environment here that we are doing here. Also, it's possible that you work in an harmonious environment here, because the flowers are a harmonious environment. It's ruled by Venus, so there's a lot of harmony here, sticking together. Things go nicely, things go smooth. This could be anything that has to do with Venus for things that make life easier, to sweets and candy, anything that you like to do, to ice cream, anything here that makes life easy, smooth, comfortable, seats, anything here we see here that makes life comfortable here can be our business and can go smooth here. This is what we are seeing here. Anyway, this points also to a very good relationship as a couple here with each other. There could be some structure here in the relationship, but it has a positive way, it has a positive effect here that we are seeing here with this combination. Here also then we see the repeat of a late bloomer, somebody who blooms late in life, who can have a lot of achievements later in their life here. It also points that we give to people without string attached. Maybe we give things to our partner, no strings attached. Here there's a serene, a peaceful environment here between those two people. Here, these people like to be together. This is what we are seeing here. We celebrate our things together. So we are happy together here with this combination here. It could mean that the partner also is involved in a business that has to do with beauty, with making things more beautiful, or you yourself are involved to that here, things that point to the benefits of life here, or we benefit both from each other here. We enjoy our life together, we relax together. Also, this can point to body massage, relaxing ourselves. If we are in certain stages of our life, we let our body relax. This is possible. Also, we go for massage, we go for relaxing here, we go for a walk for relaxing our mind here. This is what we are seeing here. We dress ourselves also up for each other. If we go out, there's some intelligence here, some smartness here also in this beauty with high standards here. We like to be flattered, we like to be beautiful here. This is what we are seeing here. We know how to please each other on the physical level, but also on the material level. We know what our partner wants. This is what we are seeing here. Also here we see if things would go a little bit difficult here, we need to have trust in a good outcome here with this combination here. Things will go very prosperous starting Christmas time, because the lily, sometimes it points to Christmas time and winter time here. So things will get better in this period. So we are very close here to that now. Anyway, we are very generous here also to our partner. Our partner is generous to us. We always make compromises here. We are very good in balance here. We want to create a very nice environment in our home, in our environment, around our personality. This is what we are seeing here. This is very good there in harmony for the relationship. It don't get any better than this. Then we have the anchor, the key, and the cross here. The anchor and the key here, this points that we rely on ourselves, or we want to rely on ourselves, and it's our destiny, it's our path to be. There will be offered solutions for us for becoming more stable. We have self-achievement here. If we have any doubts, we should not have them with the sun, because we are on the right track here. probably also we think in a very original way. We have, our thoughts are different here. We don't need approval from others. We know this is our path to go, and we should be confidence in it. In here, in this situation, we also will see that we have a high form of stability. This is lock and key. So here we see that we have a high form of stability, or we want to provide ourselves from a high form of stability in our life. This is what we are seeing here. If there are some challenges, as we saw, to overcome with this combination, you can even overcome very hard difficulties here. This points to long-term success. We understand also with this combination what held us back before, and we see clear now with what path that we need to go. We settle down more roots. We become aware what is our place in life here. This is what we are seeing. We want to create a safe work environment for ourselves that brings us safety on the long run, that gives us goal, that makes us steady on the long run. If you are planning to go to another residence, because here normally the anchor, it don't like to replace itself, but since we have the key in here next to it, then the anchor is willing to lift. So here we see that we get the yes for a movement, and probably this movement, if you move to another place, it's destined to be. Normally the anchor likes to be where it is, but here with the key, it's a different. This is a positive combination if we want to move or if we want changes, and these changes with the cross are destined to be here. This is what we are seeing with this combination. There is some form of liberation here. The key brings liberation, freedom here on the path where we need to be. Then we have the key and the cross on itself here. This is also a very strong combination of cards here. Here everything falls into place in our path of life. Even though we cannot see it clear, we need to focus. We need to focus where we are going. Maybe we don't see the end yet of our success. Maybe our success is not yet totally clear, but we are on the road to success, but we are not yet clear where we're gonna go. This is improvement that is yet to come. We need to have trust in our fate here. We need to see that we are able to move forward. We will move forward. We will succeed here. This is very positive here. This is like our body and our mind is connected, and we are on the right track here. We are in connection here with ourselves. We open also up for responsibilities. If we have certain sufferings that comes with this path of life, we will accept it. We will take the suffering that comes with it. Sometimes we need to make sacrifices here, and we do this here with this combination. Also, we can see here, sometimes this points to religion, that we pray, that we find religious answers. We find spiritual answers. We find faith in spirituality here. This is what we are seeing here with this combination. Anyway, if you needed to be hard before in your life on yourself, we see here that the pain is relief. The key brings solution for solving the pain. So if you have endured hardship to come where you are, sometimes Capricorn can be very hard in its path of life. So here we see that our pain is relieved. We are on the right track now. Our anchor is lifted, the pain is lifted, and we move ahead. This is what we are seeing here. We see the light literally at the end of the tunnel, because the sun is the light here. This is what we are seeing here. We see this path that we are following as our duty and our destiny. This is what we see here. This is very positive, what we are seeing. Not easy, but very positive. Anyway, then we come in the third line here. We see the mountain, the bear, and the clouds. The mountain and the bear here, we see here that we are connected somehow, maybe with business on the internet or in abroad, because these two cards sometimes is that we lift our anchor for going to abroad. Here, this is what we are seeing. And somehow the business could be connected to abroad, to another city, or we provide some form of security for others. Maybe this has to do with security that we provide for others, border security, private security here that we are seeing here with this combination. It could also be here that if we are in contact with our parents are a little bit worried about these steps that we are about to take. Maybe they are overbearing. The bear can sometimes be overbearing, and maybe this is not founded these worries. Maybe they are a little bit worried that you take these steps in life, or maybe they are worried that you are going to live in abroad, or that you're going to do business with abroad. Maybe for these people, this is something out of a futuristic movie, but for you, it's the logical step to do. And of course, it is the path to be here. Not everybody's path is the same here, what we are seeing. Anyway, if there are certain problems in your life, we need to solve these problems. If there is an elephant in the room here, you need to see that the elephant is there and solve the problem. If something is blocking or challenging you here regarding authority figures, regarding borders, we need to solve the problem here. We need to attend it here. This also points to a change in lifestyle. Our life is changing here. This is what we are seeing here. It's possible also that one of our parental figures has less strength suddenly. Like they were very strong before, but it's like one of the parents, they are losing their strength. And it's not clearly why this is happening. Maybe because it's because of the age. Sometimes when we are older, we lose our strength. And here we see that one of the parental figures here could lose their age, especially if they are 75 plus here. This could be the case here. This is what we are seeing here with this combination. It's also possible that this person tells you they feel a little bit lonely, and you want to take care of them here. You put make some arrangements here so they are less alone here. This is what we are seeing with this combination. Anyway, as a person, if this is your personality, this points to a person who has a lot of inner strength. I mentioned this earlier. Come back here. This is a person here who don't bow. He or she will rather break than bow. This is a very strong personality, and it might be a little bit unclear for others that it's like that. But here we see this kind of person here, very strong and very powerful. The bear is a very strong animal here. This is what we see here, a lot of inner strength here. There is seriousness here. If we make certain investments here also in abroad or for some things here, sometimes also this points to mining. Here we see also mining. If you would be in that sector here, though, it's very positive also for that one, for mining here, for sculpting, grinding. This is very positive also for this combination. It's possible also that you you like to climb mountains. Sometimes with Capricorn, because the Capricorn is actually part goat, but I say this in a positive way, that climbs the mountain in a very elegant and positive way. So here we see the mountain climber here literally go up in the mountains in a very agile, smart way. This is what we are seeing here with this combination here. It's possible if you encounter here some blockades with superiors or people in abroad, and they want to block you temporary, but this is temporary and you cannot actually see why this is happening. But it's destined to be, as I said, the cross will not let happen things before its time. Maybe it's destined to be, because if you would do certain actions before its time, maybe it would have a negative financial result. So that's probably the reason why. It doesn't mean it's easy, and it doesn't mean that it's nice to encounter, but sometimes it's for the best here. This is what we are seeing here. Sometimes we have a hard time. It's, as we say, it gets worse before it gets better. This is what we are seeing here. If you are expecting some funds from a bank, it's possibly that they temporarily stop the funds, or they don't want temporary go into action in business with you. But this is only temporary, as I already explained here before with this combination. If you are connected to the bank sector, it's possibly that your sector or your division that you work for has a difficult time now. This is what we are seeing here with the combination. It's possible also that you have the feeling that you have everything in the right place and that all the documents are foreseen, you're stable, you have the collateral, you have everything, and it's not clear why the bank don't come through with it. But as I said, the cross is there. So anyway, we need to show that we are diplomatic here. We need to be diplomatic about it here with this combination. it will be a little bit disappointing, but we have a lot of positivity here. It will be a little bit disappointing at the time and maybe painful in your mind, but it will pull through, no worries. Then we have the bear and the clouds. Here we see that we are very stubborn to reach where we want to go. We are very focused here. If some authorities give our problems, probably we keep quiet. The bear can keep quiet. He's a quiet animal, as long as you don't make him angry. But here with the flowers here, this is a card of diplomacy. You need to see things on the long run. And here we see we need to stay diplomatic. You will probably feel angry inside and you don't understand why this is always blocked. But here it will come out in its same. Some authorities might give you problems for the wrong reasons and are not clear. And maybe there are no reasons at all. It's just a matter of time. Anyway, this could mess up your business a little bit temporary. This is what we are seeing here. Anyway, we see here also that we gain a lot of knowledge. We gain competence. We don't stand still. We gain more knowledge why this is happening. We inform ourselves and we protect ourselves that this would happen in the future again. We protect ourselves here. We learn an important lesson here for the future that is about to come here. Anyway, we are very strong focus here. There's a very strong focus here on the business here with this combination. We need to be careful here that we don't get in misunderstandings here with bank, with people in authority, with people in charge, with people related to money. So be careful and be diplomatic there. Here, then we come in the vertical lines. We have the sun, the anchor, and the bear. The sun and the anchor here, we see here that our stability, we are stable and we are protected, but it's difficult to move. We see the same combination here again, but in a way we feel at ease. We have confidence and we should. Again here, you should relax, you should wait till the right time. There's a certain stability that you already have, a certain security that you already have. So here, we see we need to be confident. We cannot sometimes hurry up certain situation. It's possible also that this work, it demands a lot of energy. It's a long time energy that you need to put in it. You put a lot of energy in achieving certain goals here for be having a stable life. We see this here again. It's the same that is coming back here. You will be happy. Even though it's difficult, you will be happy. You will learn a lot here. Then we have the anchor and the mountain. Here we see in the future, in the near future, a foothold, a house. We have the house here. This points to the key of the house, can literally point to the house here. This is the key of our house here. And here we see that this is possibly in abroad or in another city. So here we see that we do investments in abroad. We have a foothold in abroad. We do business in abroad here. This is what we are seeing here. Probably the partner is also connected to it because the partner is also our foothold. We see here she's connected. She's sticked to the business here if we have a partner, or a partner will stick to us in the business in abroad. This is what we are seeing here. Anyway, this is we are very stuck to our business. We are very focused. We will work hard for achieving our success. And as we know, Capricorn can work very hard and very determined and very long on the long run. And then we have here, it's possible again here that we are trapped in certain situations. We already saw this. We see this coming back here. It might even also not be easy to go in this new house. Maybe it's part of it. So here in the beginning, we all have a little bit of hustle, but it's about to come. There might be a little bit hustle. It's like you have the key in your hands and you cannot enter the house. This is what we see here for some reason here. Anyway, it will be resolved here. You will be stubborn enough and patient enough here and persistent for getting over this problem. Then we have the second vertical line here. We have the bouquet, the key, and the bear. The bouquet and the key here, here we see that we play the game very smart. Here we are original. We approach the things if we are difficult, if we have difficulties, in a very smart, and intelligent way. We have learned certain lessons before and we apply these lessons because we have the sun there. It means we learned. Here we see also with this combination, this is a very fortunate combination and things turn out, as I said, we have the turns out for the better if you have patience. This is what we see here. We are accepting compliments because here this is the cards of compliments. People admire us, so people will tell us we find the right solutions. This is what we see here, and we are accepting these compliments here that are given to us. Also, we are invited probably to some social occasions. We get some invitations here. Probably we are there in the center of attention because the sun likes to be in the center of attention in these occasions. Or if you don't want, even you're put in the center of attention with this invitation. Anyway, this points also that we dress ourselves up very nicely for the occasions. Also, the partner that is going with us is very pretty or handsome, depending on the gender. If this is a woman with you, she's very pretty handsome because Venus can be very handsome here. This is not in a seductive way, but in a presentable way. I mean, this Venus can make herself very attractive, even if one of the both parties would be older, because sometimes the lily points to an older partner. This person is very attractive for his age, and it's very difficult to see the age of the person here. You have difficulties here for seeing the age of the partner. Also because we have the clouds there. Anyway, here coming back to us here, there are a lot of blessings here coming up here. Here you could receive a gift from somebody, most likely from a partner, that is very important for you because the bear is big. So this is like you receive a gift from a partner, but this gift is very important to you as a person. It might be not necessarily material, but it's very important that you have this. You appreciate this highly. It's possible because the bear sometimes is money, but not necessarily. It's something that opens up something important for you in yourself. Anyway, here we see here that we have success. Others flatter us towards our success because before we had difficulties, these people tell you, oh, you overcame the difficulties here. Now you're on the road to success, and you are. And there's flattery here coming on to you here. And also, if you get an invitation, or you invite somebody, but I think you are the one getting the invitation, some important person there will come up to you and they will speak to you. And this could be a key figure here who unlocks more door. This could be a person who has the right contacts for moving further in your life. So here, this is what we see here. Then we have the key and the bear and itself here. Here we see then before the authorities, they blocked us. And here we see that we get the next phase, authorities that actually help us. Here we see that we actually move forward with this combination. And also we see that if we are not self-employed, this points to the bear is a manager, a teacher, somebody who teaches others. So here we see that you are offered, or you are in a management or in a leading, or you come in a leading position. This is what we are seeing here. Also, there's financially a very big step up here because the key unlocks also the financially. It's not only a financial career step forward, but it's also a financial step forward, and possibly in another city or in abroad. This is what we are seeing here. This will change your lifestyle. You will go probably in another social class here. This is what we are seeing. You really can upgrade your lifestyle here with this combination. There will be some permissions that you get from authorities to do what you want. Probably it took a while for getting there, but here we see that the answer is yes. From this authority here, they will give you authority here for this management or for this step forward. And you are happy, of course, with this agreement because you see this as wish fulfillment. Then we have the lily, the cross. and the clouds. The lily and the cross here, this is a card that is about, this is the life. And this is the questions of life, our path of life. So here, these are the big questions of life, and will we solve them here? We are thinking about our life purpose, and we are thinking here if this is our path to go. This is what we are seeing here, that we are thinking here about our path of life. Anyway, we become aware probably, but it's still clouded, that we are on the right track. But as I said, we have the clouds there. We cannot see our final destination yet. Here, this is what we are seeing here. Also, we need to see that we don't deviate of our path. We need to keep focus here on our path, and we cannot deviate from our plan that we made here. And we need to keep focus with the clouds on our goals, where we want to go. If you are in an older age already, because this can point also to an older person, it's possible also that sometimes your body is not really cooperative anymore, or you put a lot of strain on your body and you feel the stress in your body from the work or from the long hours that you are doing here with this combination. Anyway, here we see also there are shared joys with the partner. Also, there is a connection with the spiritual here, with the religious. Here, this is what we are seeing here. If we are suffering, probably we think that this is part of the plan, and maybe it is. This is what we are seeing here. But if we have certain pains from our body, from our older age, from the work that we invest, we will accept this, and we see this as part of the plan here. This is what is happening here. You will make peace with yourself, and you will accept the conditions as they are. Then we have the cross and the clouds here. Here we see that we get clear points where we go here. There are, this is the clouds sometimes is our mental state, and the cross is going deep and it's heavy. So here we see that we come in a deep mental state. It's something that happening here to us in the spiritual, or in the mental way, or in the religious way here. This is what we see here with this combination. There could some be like a spiritual crisis that we experience for a while here. This is what we are seeing here with this combination. It's possible also in another way. I already mentioned some stress here, that the stress is influencing of the whole changes here of your mood. This is what we are seeing here. It's possible that we experience some things in our life that really make us think. Maybe this experience is quite frightening, but not necessarily negative. Anyway, here we see also that we test our own mind, how far we can go. We test the limitations of our mind here. This is what we see here also with this combination. It's possible also if you are confronted with certain people, and it's like they test your intelligence. You don't show really how smart you are. Here you hide. This points to a person who hides his intelligence. You see that you are smarter than the other, but you know that the other one is testing you. This is what we are seeing here with this combination also. This points to a higher spiritual or mental level here. This is what we are seeing here. This could also point to a person who has interests in philosophy sometimes here. And maybe if you are in the philosophical area, or you read up about philosophical writing, it's possible also that you study a little bit of philosophy and you find a solution in that here, that you find a solution in certain philosophers here. Some people can find an answer there also. Anyway, it points that we are very career oriented here. Sometimes we will be a little bit cold-hearted for reaching our goal, but sometimes we need to be for moving up in our position, as long as people don't get hurt. This is a good combination, but we need to be careful that we don't become stone cold-hearted here also with combination, and we don't mistake our ambition that other people get hurt here also with this combination. We need to be aware, and we need to keep our morals here with this combination in the right possibly with the cross and with the lily, you will, because the lily is a very moral card and the cross also, but here we see there is a very strong ambition here. Here also that with this combination, we see that we are very hard for ourselves, but also for others, for reaching our goal. So we need to be careful, because sometimes other people are more sensitive and they might not be so hard as we are. This is what we are seeing with this combination. Anyway, here we see here also with this combination that we sometimes this could also point that we have some ideas that are actually very prosperous for business, but they could make us a little bit shy or scared here. Like we have business ideas we want to execute and we know they're gonna be positive, but in a way we doubt if this is not crossing morals. This is what we see here also. So we doubt our moral values here. This is what we are seeing, and it could give us a certain burden here. This is what we are seeing here with this combination. Then we go in the cross. We have the sun, the key, and the clouds. Here we see this is a very positive combination. Again, this points to a very smart businessman, this one, or businesswoman. There's a kind of completeness here. This is reaching the top here that we are seeing is very positive here, very ambitious here that we are seeing here. We really are here on the right track here, even though we have difficulties here. This is a positive thinking. Also, we work very proactive. We see the problems coming here. Here, this is something like you're in the business that you're probably like a duck in the water here. This is what we are seeing here. Anyway, success is very important to you as a person. You enjoy your success. You know where your happiness lies. With this combination. Also, this points sometimes that if things in your life are superficious, you eliminate superficious things out of your life. If things have no real value, no depth for you, you probably will part for them. This is what, because maybe you feel that they have no longer a purpose in your life. You want to see what is below the surface. Then we have the key and the clouds here. Here we see that we are brainstorming, we are looking for solutions here. If we are confused before, we are very focused on our mind here for mental pursuit, for our intellectualism, for smartness here. This is what we are seeing here for our business, for our life. Here, this is what we are seeing here. We are able to diagnose a problem here. If problems need to be taken head on, you will take them head on. This is what we are seeing here. You will not allow confusion. You will go for it here. The problem is important here also for further development. So you will go into the problem because, you know, if you solve this problem, it's important for you that you solve it here with this combination. It's possible also with this combination, I want to add this also, that this point sometimes that others wants to give, other people want to give their input, but you have a disinterest in these ideas that other put in. You just want to find your own solutions here. This is what we are seeing here with this combination. Anyway, here we see also that we open up to certain solutions that we thought that were the right one, but now they are a little bit confusing for us. This is what we are seeing here. Sometimes we might have difficulties in understanding our own solutions. This is what we see here also with this combination. Then we have the lily, the key, and the mountain here. This points again to the, I just see if I can add something here, successful career. We open up to sensuality also from the partner, but we saw this earlier here, we protect ourselves. If we would be in abroad, in a more dangerous area, but it's not necessarily so. This would mean that our house is very protected. We protect ourselves under lock and key, and we are very proactive about it. This is what we are seeing here. We learn maybe in abroad. Anyway, this points also that things happen, especially this is double here on the right time. This is this combination is synchronicity. So here we see that everything happens on the right time here. Also, in relationship with the partners, with a partner here, certain things on the sexual front that you did not cross before, here you will be able to cross them. You will maybe there were some difficulties here before in sexual relationship, and you will tackle these problems because now the key is handed to you. This is what we see here, and also this comes on time here. This is what we are seeing here. Anyway, we want to keep our heart as pure as possible here with this combination. Here, we see that our morals are very important to us, and we probably keep our morals. Then we have the key and the mountain. Here we see that certain clues are coming to us. People in abroad help us or are willing to help us. We see here the authorities again that helping us or are willing to help us. These people contribute to our positive affairs here. You take the challenges head on here. There is a solution for all problems. We saw this here. You look for alternatives if you are blocked. Here we see this here again. You tackle challenges. Sometimes also this points that the solution, if it doesn't come from yourself, that the solution is offered to you from a person you did not expect it. This could be a solution that is offered to you from a person that is quite conservative, and you didn't expect that the solution would come from this person, out of this person's mind. This is what we see here also with this combination, because normally this is a person with a very fixed thinking here, an authority figure, a person in charge, but he brings you another angle and you didn't see that angle, and the angle may be traditional, but still it's there at the right time. Here, this is what we are seeing here also with this combination. Anyway, if we need to tackle certain problems also, we see that we cannot let those problems unattended here. We need to go into this problem here. We see here again that we have that we can reach the top here. The mountain is the top here. We can be for our business goals. We sometimes we will go for it here. We see this here. With this combination, we slowly move forward here, possibly also with the partner. The partner moves slowly forward with us. We move together forward. The importance, there's a big importance here from the relationship or from a certain person in your life. As I said, it's possible that this person is older than you. This is what we see here also with this combination. Here also we see that this person sees us on a regular basis here. If we have certain problems that we need to solve, we will keep on trying till we find the right solution. And this is what we are seeing here also. If you think that the problems we have the sun there, they will not solve. You will find a solution even for heavy difficulties. This is a very positive reading with some difficulties and with some life lessons for the matches group that we have here. Anyway, Capricorn, I hope you get a little bit wiser out of this Lenormand card reading. If you did, please subscribe to my channel. If this card reading don't fit you at all, please check out the other 3 card readings that are directly connected to it. Anyway, I want to thank you for your time. You can check out also the philosophical card readings that we do each month for your sign. Anyway, I want to thank you for your time, and I'm sure we see each other in my other videos. Thank you. Bye bye for now, and success.